in Lowndes County with exit.
Oh, Ashley got a whole mic on too tonight, girl. I can't hear you. You on mute.
You definitely on mute.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you crystal damn clear.
Looking like your daughter, Asia.
For real, I cannot. Or do she look like me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got it right. You got it
just
right.
like you.
Got it right. You got it right. So how y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
And you?
Blessed and highly favored.
Amen.
Amen. So we're gonna just chit chat for a little bit. So Jones, your number used to be number 4 when you play ball?
That was the first jersey number I had in elementary school basketball. So he picked it. I didn't tell him to. They asked him what number. He said 5. They said that's taken. He said I get number 4, and that was it.
Okay. What position he playing?
Once they see him run, they're gonna put that pill in his stomach and just let him do what he do. he got some wheels though. He get it from his mama. He got some wheels though.
Erica got wheels?
Yeah, she got wheels.
What? All right.
Guess right. Give her credit. Got them wheels.
She used to be running out the trap house when she was growing up in Atlanta.
Why you gotta do like that?
Don't do that. Don't tell the dude like that. Grandma be doing their kids on that video.
Don't do that. Don't try her like that.
Hey, Erica, the only one I know go toe to toe with that big guy right there.
Woo! Yes, honey. Only one. Well, it should be the only one, okay? Hello, everybody in the comments. Como estas? There will be no Mama Rose tonight, or y'all would not hear the men talk. Am I telling the truth?
Yes, the honest truth.
The honest truth. So I'm gonna give everybody a minute to get in here. But while we wait, let me just go ahead and tell y'all what I'm sipping on tonight. Okay, so y'all know I've been on my fitness journey, right? So I had to pick up this wine right here. Fit Vine, okay? It has no sugars in it, all right? But I still got that 13.5% alcohol content. So no sugars, okay? And this is the red blend.
That's too much.
No, it ain't, bro. I haven't drank wine in a minute, so.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. Tastes like a little sangria.
Oh, well, that's what I'm having tonight.
Really, Ashley? Not cranberry juice?
No, not anymore.
Excuse me, you done graduated.
Show the bottle. Let me see the bottle.
James said, let him see the bottle.
Nah, bro, really?
Let me see the bottle. I gotta see the bottle first.
Wow.
You ain't show that bottle yet.
Because I would have to get up and go to the kitchen.
Exactly.
Well, Jones, we know you ain't sipping on nothing right now.
Driving in that car.
What is that?
H2O.
This is Forever Clear, not Everclear. Forever Clear.
Forever Clear.
Forever Clear. Meaning H2O water.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Facts. You driving, so I'm glad you still wanted to be a part of it, even though you had a little last minute something that came up. I appreciate you, brother.
It's all about loyalty, just like my big brother said. I'm big on loyalty.
Big on loyalty. That's right. Ashley, they say they'll wait for you to go get that bottle.
Y'all gonna be waiting because my foot hurt.
She is lying. Talking about her foot hurt. Oh, okay. Mr. Long, what are you sipping on?
What is this thing called?
Oh, he's drinking a Mike's. What is it? Mike's hard what? Lemonade. All right. And y'all, just so y'all know, that like will really get him fucked up, like for real, for real. Okay.
Hold on. Let me let y'all see that
Oh
boy.
Lord.
See that boy. Hold on. Look at it. Look at that real good. Cause we going to that ship this year. Just to
Okay,
let
we
y'all
want to
know.
ship.
It is. I said it. August 21st, 2021.
What time is it?
It
It's
is
9:08.
9:08 and some seconds.
Okay. So they asked who is in the dark. The person in the dark, y'all remember he was one of our first male co-hosts from when we did the first Women Who Won, and that is Jones.
Vince the artist.
Yes, Vince the artist. Jones, are you froze?
I think he might be froze. He might
Yeah,
be
he
going through
looked
some
like
bad
it.
areas.
Yeah, he might be going through some. Marjorie talking about Mr. Long. It's Eagles all the way. No.
And go ahead and kick that person off
No, I'm
right
not.
now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Okay. So that's who's in the dark, y'all. He's driving and they're on their way home. So I'm pretty sure once he get home, y'all will be able to see him in the flesh. Ladies, you look beautiful. Thank you. Actually, they still saying they'll wait.
Y'all gonna be waiting for a minute.
Her foot hurts.
Yeah, I'm trying to ease the pain right now.
What happened to your foot?
It twisted when I was running to the computer. This is Women Who Whine, right?
Yes,
Whose side y'all on?
you say what?
Whose side y'all on?
I'm on y'all side. I'm on your side, sis. Your brother the one said, "Let me see the bottle."
I know. He ruined the play.
He ruined it. Okay. Marjorie said, I'm gonna need a refresher. Not too good with faces. You remember the dark skin chocolate man? Bald head.
We was on there with who? It was
It
me,
was
Jay.
it was the first time it was just you and Jay.
Okay. That was it?
Then the second time that's when we brought other people in.
Okay.
Let's see. They said, James, that ain't too much. Encourage her to drink. You'll have a great night, Ashley. Oh no, you're talking about me. Look,
Listen.
I ain't had one in a long time. There he go.
I
Jones?
think he froze again. He might be going through some hot spots, some bad spots.
Yeah, he looked froze because he don't look like he moving. Period. I don't know. Could you call her on me? Call her on my phone.
He'll get back in. It's
I
good that
know.
he was able to still be able to do it, and he's got something going on. So he'll be flashing in and out.
Jones, you moving?
Yeah.
Hello? Earth to Jones.
He'll pop back in.
Hold on. Ashley got her mic on and everything. She came ready tonight, honey.
I didn't want you to hear so much of the kids. You don't really hear them, do you?
I don't. Because normally it's somebody walking up to you saying, "Can I get your password?"
I bought him a new tablet, so he entertained right now.
Oh, okay.
Who's
What are we
that?
speaking of
Kansas.
today? Here, call. What's Demetrius? Okay, here go Vince, the artist. What's up, Jay? Jay? Hello?
Jones. Can you hear him?
We no can hear you.
I think there's
Maybe he.
No.
Hello, you hear us now? Erica talking about her fingers so big.
The headphones I'll stick them back in.
Yes, Beauty speaking tonight. I don't know where she at though. Ashley, you talked to Demetrius today?
No, I haven't.
Yep. So, I can hear.
They said Jasmine is Mr. Long's twin.
She my twin.
There was never no denying her ever. Period. Okay. Okay. So what we speaking on tonight, Marjorie? Did you not read the title?
I remember that much.
Jones, can you hear me? Hello.
He'll catch on, Steph. I'll text him.
Okay.
I can hear it. I can hear you now.
Oh, you can? Okay, you can hear us now. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get in hold of Beauty, y'all, because, you know, she be working overnight. They said Beauty might be asleep. It's a fact. She possibly could be, but hold up. I know how to get her up. Mm-hmm. Hold up.
I'm trying to see where my boys at. Hold on, what's the score?
Okay, so tonight's topic. Did y'all not read the title? Hello. Thanks, bruh. Thank you. Okay. We'll say I told her to get up and she didn't get up. See, that's when you know people be looking out for you, okay?
Hey, hold on, babe. Who's that? Who said the Eagles fan?
Marjorie.
I know it's preseason, Marjorie, but New England just stomped y'all 35-0. I mean 35-0.
To nothing?
0. Okay, so that's promising for y'all future season.
Okay, y'all asked me, didn't we do this topic? The reason why we coming back to this topic is because y'all know that they are trying to petition to get Kevin Samuels off the air, okay? Because of all the negativity. So because of that, I really just wanted to ask the men, because we haven't had them on since March of this year. I just really wanted to ask them what are their thoughts on the Kevin Samuels, the Derek Jacksons, even the Pastor Poppy Don. Poppy, I'm messing his name up. Pastor Poppy Don. Yes, Pastor Poppy Don. And what like, are they supporters of Kevin Samuels? I already know the answer from my husband. I already know. But we just have some questions because there is a lot of men out here that support him. And what just bothers me a lot too is, why would women set themselves up to call his show to get some advice from him and then be clowned and made to look like a fool? Ashley, we can't hear you, girl. You got us on mute.
No, I know, because you hear this?
Are you asking that question?
Huh?
Are you asking that question to
Not right now, I'm not. I'm just just speaking. Marjorie said that's okay. That's they strategy. What was the score?
35-0. That's strategy. All right.
That's their strategy.
That's that optimistic attitude.
Treya, I do agree with you. Kevin Samuels is a clown. I totally agree with you. There's Sandy 2 cents. What's up, Sandy?
Hey, Sandy.
Soon as Jones get back in here, I'll start the conversation. Can't have a conversation with just one man over here.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, he said, yeah, I
can. Jay will drop back in. He's in and out, so you'll be waiting.
Okay. Marjorie said, can y'all help us get the likes up, please? Can y'all please go hit a like? And if you are not subscribed, could you please make sure you hit that subscribe button too, please? Hold up. Treya says she's sipping on one of my faves, Carlos Rossi Sangria. Treya says she's sipping. Who did that?
Did what?
James, that was you.
I had to put my like in there.
Oh, thank you. See, that's what your man supposed to do. Support. Ashley, you gonna be looking down at your phone the whole time?
No.
Marjorie said, James, the strategy is for them to make y'all think we weak. Then boom, we hit you with the win.
You hit us with the win.
You don't see it in the comments?
Hold on. Yeah, I see it. It's preseason. That says a lot about y'all team that gets stomped 35-0.
I mean, nothing.
Well, I mean, y'all couldn't even get 3 points. New England had a second string team in there too. So that says a lot about the depth on that team. First stringers go down, y'all in trouble. But don't worry about it. We're going to double up on y'all this year.
Double up. Ashley, we see your lashes, girl. We see them. Okay?
They just look so long. I was just looking.
Okay, come back close. Let me get a closer look. Oh, they're beautiful.
They look like spiders.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Nah.
As long as they don't look like the ones that be like this. They be like extra long, okay?
Actually, you look like one of them 911 operators.
You said 911.
911, how can I help you?
How can I direct your call?
Hey.
What's up, Jones?
Man, the struggle is real. The devil will not prosper tonight. I'm sorry.
I know that's right, bruh. I know that's right. Are you driving still?
No, I just parked in front of Academy in Valdosta. I'm good.
You in Valdosta?
This is the only place where they had football helmets today. He needed his helmet for Monday at practice, so.
You know Academy, that's right across from Walmart, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. How far is that from where y'all live?
In Columbus.
Too damn far.
Hello.
It was about 2 hours, but it's all good, you know.
Got to get the baby his stuff.
Good for the kids.
Yep.
They say Ashley,
when
you
get that max contract for the Falcons, you know.
Falcons. Whoa. You could have said the Giants. I'd have been happy with that one.
Oh Lord. And Sandy said Ashley and you and your daughter are twins, like for real.
Really?
Yes, for real. For real. Okay, so Jones, did you have an opportunity to look into the homework I sent you?
I am privy to all 3 of those gentlemen.
Okay.
Prior to the homework.
Okay, prior to the homework. So tonight, we've had this conversation without the men, but I really want to know how y'all feel. Like, as Black men that's been raised by your mothers, and you both are married to Black women. I'm just really interested in what y'all perspective is when it comes to Kevin Samuels, Derek Jackson, and Pastor Papillon. Okay. One thing I want to know, are any of y'all supporters of Kevin Samuels, Derek Jackson, or Pastor Papillon?
I am not a supporter. I don't really know the other 2. What's the second one after Kevin Samuels? Pastor.
Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson, the one that was, you said, was squeezing his wife's hand like you. No.
Oh yeah. And then the Pastor Papillon.
Pastor Papillon said you need to be sending me the Cash App or Venmo.
I saw his stuff on the reels.
Feedback. Somebody got feedback.
The only one. Tamisha just popped in.
Michi.
Okay, hey. She's good now.
How you doing, beauty?
Sleeping.
They all said it. They say beauty sleep. That's what they said.
Huh?
That's what they said in the comments. They said beauty is sleep.
I was, but I am up.
Okay, yeah, I
3
had to
hours.
call. I had to call my backup
No,
to
I was up
get you.
before that.
Oh,
I was up
okay.
before that. I sent you a text message.
I ain't see. I ain't
I
see
said
it.
coming.
Let me see. Okay, so James, what did you say? You said that you're familiar with Kevin. You're
Right,
Derek Jackson. I told you who that one is.
right.
And Pastor Poppy Don is the one that said we need to bring the alpha male back.
I'll start with him.
Okay.
Um, for me, I don't get a strong vibe for him either. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
And the reason I say that is because okay, he's talking to us fellas, black men or whoever. At the same time, he's telling us I get negative vibes from him. You know, hey, black man. You know, women want this, women want that, and then have a good day, ladies. Is what I'm feeling from him. It's not like it's a positive mentorship type vibe. And you know, yeah, if you wanna come at a dude like that, then also build him back up at the end. So it's not just, hey, you know what? Y'all dudes ain't doing this, y'all dudes ain't doing that, y'all dudes ain't doing this. Ladies are looking for this, and this. And then at the end of it, he laughs like it's funny, and then gets off and says, "Enjoy your day, ladies." Well, damn, if you come at me like that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, you know, I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. Absolutely. If I'm doing that, then I'm doing that. But at the same time, build my ass back up too. Don't
Okay.
tell me what I'm not doing. Tell me what I should be doing if I'm not already doing it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the vibe I get from him. I get those vibes to where he's trying to connect to the ladies, but he ain't trying to build brothers up at all.
Okay.
All
Let's see
right.
what Jones got to say about him. What you think about Pastor Poppy Don? Jones,
Can you
Who are you
hear you?
talking to?
Can you guys hear me?
we can't hear you.
Yeah, I hear him.
Y'all can hear me?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna overtalk me. That's what you're not gonna do. That's number one. I'll just play. That was my Kevin Samuels impersonation.
It's Kevin Samuel's voice.
Okay. We're
How
talking
how
about him first.
how old are you,
Go
man?
ahead.
I'm
How
22.
old are you?
I'm 22.
And 5'1" and you're 242 pounds?
That's exactly right.
Ma'am, you're shaped like a Capri Sun juice box, man. That's the first. Let me stop.
I'm dead. Now the Capri Sun juice box.
Not the
All
Capri
right,
Sun
all right,
juice
no,
box.
seriously,
You
seriously.
guys voice
I'll
down
start
pat.
with I'll start with Kevin Samuels, and I
Okay.
apologize for my dis- display because I'm trying to work through this. So, in
Okay.
terms of Kevin Samuels, I think that he has some good points in terms of
Oh hell. Actually, you know who we're talking about, right? You don't know who Kevin Samuels is?
You got a split screen? Go look it up. Pull it up on your phone,
You didn't
Ashley.
do your homework.
You showed it and you ain't do your
I
homework.
think he's trying to turn men off from women so they can like men.
Oh, so you think he's trying to convert them?
I think he's already did it. I think he's a Bishop Eddie Long.
I didn't
Long
say
did
he
it.
wasn't. I said he's bashing the women
Mm-hmm.
to turn men off so he can
Of
have a plethora to choose from.
oh,
A plethora of what?
a plethora of men to choose from.
Wow. Wow.
That's him, Ashley. That's him, honey.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
Girl, I'm gonna just tell you, don't, because he'll make you mad, girl. He'll make you mad.
Hey, Jay said his phone tripping. He's sorry. He may not be able to get back on. So we just gonna have to roll with what we got.
Okie
If he
doke.
pops in, he'll pop back in.
Okay.
Is
So
James
what's
our only man tonight besides Jones?
yes. Yes.
Oh.
So what's your thoughts
James
on
better represent.
James gonna represent?
James better represent. My name's James, motherfucking Long.
Long.
I always represent.
Marjorie talking about she
Okay.
just screamed. Marjorie said she screamed in Swahili when he disappeared. Okay, so you done told us about Pastor Poppy Don. What you think about Kevin Samuels?
Who told you about
Okay.
Pastor Papa John?
James did. He told us his thoughts.
What did he say?
Was you just not
I
listening?
missed that.
Oh, snap, son. What was you? You was sitting right here.
Girl,
Eating her food.
He just said that
I rewind back later.
he said that he thinks that he's not building the man back up. He's telling the man what he should do, but then it's like he trying to be on the women's side. Then at the same time, build me back up as a man. Tell me what I should be doing. Am I right? Is that what you were saying?
In so many
You do
words,
tell
yeah.
them what they should be doing. Paying them motherfucking bills.
See, there we go. There we go. Hey, go ahead and kick her up out of here. You heard that, didn't you?
Can't kick me out. My opinion matters. Okay?
Black Lives Matter.
My opinion matters.
Got it.
So what I'm saying is he is telling them what they should do. They may not like the delivery, but we don't like the delivery of Kevin Samuels. But guess what? He's still gonna motherfucker say what he got to say. So the man is telling people, okay, you think you're gonna do this and expect this from a woman, but you don't want to pay her? You might as well. Like I saw something today where he said you will pay a chef to cook your meals all week long. That's $1,000. You will pay a house cleaner to clean your house. That may be another $1,000. But you won't pay your wife who's doing all that at the house and just give her an allowance. I mean,
That makes
what's the
sense.
difference?
But
because she's your wife, it's expected of her to do for free. No.
okay.
So he's
Pause.
telling you need to run them coins.
Okay, but pause.
No, I don't like his delivery. That's what it is for me.
I don't like that you just said an allowance.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying that's what he said. But what I'm saying is he's just speaking in general. Like, I mean, you should have your own money, period. But he's just saying, if you're gonna give these people your money, why wouldn't you give it to your wife who's doing the same thing, or your girl who may be doing the same thing? That's all. Again, the delivery may be a little off-putting for men, but he telling the truth.
Well, and let's, honey, you know, we for the single women out here, I think the message that Pastor Poppy Don puts out, I think it's definitely flipping the script because Kevin don't talk about that, period. Kevin just talk about how a woman ain't worthy enough to be with a man that's not considered a high value man. That's what Kevin says. But Poppy Don is saying, okay, if this is your queen, treat her like a queen. You know, she don't want to go to the same boring ass restaurants. Can we take some trips? Can we get on some vacations? Can we do stuff like that? He's changing the narrative, but he still is being being supportive towards women, period, versus the other messages that's being put out there are just negative, like totally negative.
I agree, and then I disagree. And again, maybe it is the delivery. Because to me, delivery is everything. So if you talking to me about something, and I'm not gonna get in my feelings or anything like that, because it's very important from who it's coming from. So if it's coming from somebody that's doing the same thing that he's putting out, then yeah, I'm gonna listen. But if he's doing the opposite shit and he's telling me to do this and do that, then of course I'm not gonna listen. But his delivery is a little different for me.
Okay.
I'm old school. Maybe that delivery don't work for me, and maybe work for these young boys. Maybe he got to talk to them like that for him to get their attention. But for me, it doesn't work for me. I need you to explain a little bit better on why I should do this a certain way, based on what you think. And is this based on your experience, or is this just you talking out the left? You see what I'm saying? So give me a moment to where you can get me to paint a picture based on your experience about why I should do this and why I shouldn't do that. That's my thing. I'm all about you paint me a picture, on why I should do this based on your experience, or are you just again, you just telling me this just because you want the ladies to to
However, comma, you ain't that type of dude. So what he say don't apply to you.
exactly. But I'm saying if I'm here,
So it shouldn't
I
offend
can't
you
speak
because
for
it
all
don't
the
apply to you.
dudes,
You gonna do what you do and you do what you do.
right? But I'm here to
So
speak
I
on.
mean, I understand. I understand that part. Yes, you're here. You're a man. You're listening. You whatever. But what his message is saying, it wouldn't apply to you. So it shouldn't offend you because you do what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
He's trying to get it through to these people who may weren't raised by their fathers or
Mhm.
may don't really know how to treat a woman, and they ain't necessarily saying you got to pay them everything, but you expecting a whole lot from a woman, but you ain't willing to give nothing. It's pretty much what his message, from what I'm getting from it, is what his
Mhm.
message is trying to say. You expecting all these things, but you don't want to part with no money for those things. And at the end of the day, now that women are so independent, it's what can you do for me? Because if you can't do the simplest of things for me that I can do, or you can't supply me with the things that I can't provide for myself, then what are you needed for?
Okay.
Like I was this girl, I don't know what I was listening to, but I think it probably was a TikTok. She was pretty much saying that if you're supposed to be the man and you're supposed to be protecting me and providing for me and doing these things, but I'm capable of doing that myself and I'm protecting myself, then what is the man there for?
Mm.
True.
If you come up in somebody's house and you just basically laid up,
So
what is your
okay,
purpose?
that kind of
Because if I'm doing everything that you should be doing, then again, what
that's
is your purpose?
Period.
that's another story. That's another topic. I do understand that. I've never had to deal with a situation, or never been in a situation where I wasn't the provider for my family. So at the end of the day, I mean, I talk to stuff about this all the time. It's all about the way the kid was raised. The way the kid was raised, maybe with a single mother or father and a mother, or in y'all situation, the mother had to be the mother and the father, and she was
Mm-hmm.
tough. You know what I'm saying? And she had to do what she had to do. So I don't know. I can't speak on that. At the end of the day, though, if a woman wants, I would say a man has to step up when it's time for him to step up. If he's in that situation and she wants to feel like he's the provider or he's the protector or whatever the case may be, then he should step up. It shouldn't be something that she has to tell him to do. He should automatically do it based on, again, it may be his upbringing. It may be a lot. It has a lot to do with that, is what I think. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman is telling a man, hey, you know what? I do this, I'm doing all that, I'm doing all this, and he may feel like, you know what? Well, why am I here? Just like what you said. At the end of the day, you can do it for yourself. So, and Steph say it all the time: let a man be a man, let a woman be a woman. She can be a lioness at times, and I can be a lion at times as well. Sometimes you got to back off. Sometimes he got to back off. But allow us to do it together is all I'm saying. That works. When a
Okay.
woman says, "Hey, I can do everything on my own," and she ain't let this brother be a man, these guys are raised different now.
They
Your
sure
They
do.
generation is
really are.
different. It's different from us.
Yes.
So
And I'm glad I have sisters that have sons, and particularly the two that's on here tonight. Y'all got sons, and I can honestly say y'all are doing a great job because y'all boys are 8, 7, 3, 1. I got it
Mhm.
right. Rome and Mari already know it's chivalry to be opening a door for a woman. He'll pull your chair out and he'll stand back and hold the door open for you. And I was like, well, all right, okay. And
Mhm.
to see Rome do that too, like, okay, do you need something else, Auntie Steph? I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm raising these boys right.
We'll really know when they get up there in age.
Oh no, no, I really believe children remember what they are taught. They may
Yeah.
not show it all the time, but at the same time, you never know when they paying attention and when they not. And clearly, they paying attention when y'all teaching y'all sons how to be gentlemen as well
Right.
at an early age. You're not waiting until they get a certain age to do this.
No, saying that wasn't saying that. She's not protecting him. She's saying if she could protect herself. Let me see if I can find it while y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, I'm gonna play a Poppy Dawn video right quick, just so
Okay,
Ashley
I
can see
need to
what it
see it.
is. Okay, hold up.
Don't think you're the only one with lusty eyes, King. It's 2021. Providing is a form of intimacy. Once you start lacking in that area, well, then her eyes become Christopher Columbus. You be safe out here. And don't think, oh, I'm gonna check a cash app, I'm gonna check a Zelle. Let me give you a key of advice. Them wires ain't got no names on them. She just telling you those are bank deposits.
Okay,
That's
so
funny.
hold up. Hold up.
and he always do that laugh at the end.
Okay, here you go.
That's what be making y'all mad. That laugh.
That laugh be bothering the hell out of me. I'd be
Men
like,
are
why
only
you always do that
overprotective
laugh?
when they're broken. They know you can get more and you deserve more. Not because you're easy. You have a blessed Sunday, Queens. I always
Oh,
love
he did that laugh.
my mama. She brought me in this world. You only get one, you. Good morning. Men are only overprotective when they're broken. They know you can get more and you deserve more. Not because you're easy. You have a blessed Sunday, Queens.
What's his page?
Men are
Pastor Poppy Dome.
men are overprotective
He
because
say
they're
men are
broke.
overprotective when they broke because they know that your ass can leave them and go elsewhere and get what you lacking from him.
Overprotective meaning controlling is what I'm
That's
getting.
what I'm getting at too.
Okay, not protective as being a provider.
Yes.
It's from. If I was your best friend,
Okay. Yeah, this one was funny to me too. Hold up.
if I was your best friend, I want you around all the time. So let me get this straight. Some of you men want to be best friends with these women. You want to take them to dinner and hookah. Sometimes you make her pay for it just to prove that she's really down for you and she got it. She pays her own bills. Sometimes you pay them here and there. And then when y'all go on vacation, you want her to put up a little money here and there just to show she's a boss girl. Sounds like you want a best friend, King.
Not with
That
that
That what?
evil.
laugh.
She's looking for a man, not a little bro and not a best friend. If I was your best
She said she is not looking for a bozo. She's looking for a man. Okay, not a best friend. All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Men say, what do you bring to the table? If I got to pay all the bills and handle all the responsibilities that you should be handling by yourself, then what do you bring except cooking and cleaning, which I could do for myself? Is it just put? Women say that some men don't make them feel protected anymore, and some men can't even provide for themselves, let alone another person. So if you can't protect and provide, then what do you bring? Ding-a-ling? I'm personally not going to answer the question, what do you bring to the table, if the person asking said question doesn't own a table. I seen a video that said men don't like these modern day women because they act too manly, they act too masculine. But let me ask this question. If you got to protect and provide yourself while being a woman, what gender role is left other than every fucking role you have to play? But with the same breath, if you're glorifying toxicity over peace, not cooking, not cleaning, not submitting to a real man, then why would a man take that relationship serious? Why wouldn't he just go and get some 50% off at a strip club? It's looking like everybody for themselves out here. Shit is getting real. Find you somebody that you semi-like and then duck the fuck off. Men say, what do you bring to the table?
What do you bring to the table? Okay,
Bro, she went
Died.
she went hard, bro.
she went hard, but you know what? Everything she said was facts. 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 And
Why is it that everybody wants?
that's the one thing that to me, I think independence is just seen totally different now when it comes to the woman. It's like the only thing that I agree that Kevin Samuels has said and I have like agreed with him on is just the way he breaks down the generations when it comes to women. Okay. And I mean this by saying, like, he talks about how our grandma time, they put up with a lot of shit from Papa. Okay. And they let a lot of shit just, slide, and they stayed there and they kept the family together because that's what they was meant to do. Then, the next generation was my mom's generation. My mom's generation, according to Kevin Samuels, is the first generation of the baby daddy. Okay. Because women said, okay, I'm not gonna be like how my mama was, and I'm not gonna be putting up with shit from no man. I'm not gonna just marry a man just to be with a man. And what? Oh my God, Jada just made me lose my whole thought process.
I'm not gonna be with a man.
I'm not gonna be with a man and stay with a man just because this is how it's supposed to look. So then that's why we got so many baby daddies out here. Okay. But then our generation came along and we's like, okay, well, we ain't trying to be no baby mama either. And we damn sure enough ain't trying to be like how Big Mama was, just taking shit and staying with a man just because. So that generation, it was a shift. Each time it shifted. But when it got to this new millennial, it's like, okay, we independent. We can do it all by ourselves. We don't need a man for nothing. I can get it all on my own. Yet, when that changed, women, we got better and better. But then at the same time, it seemed like men just got weak and weaker, okay, as the generation goes. Because the men now, Jada's generation, even some of Jasmine's generation, they want men to take care. The men want the women to take care of them while they sit at the house and play Xbox and shit. ¿Cómo estás? Why is everybody silent?
I hear you.
And you quiet.
Who, me?
That's the one and only thing that I truly agree with Kevin Samuels when he breaks down the generations. That's the only thing. Nothing else that man talk about I can agree with.
Well, I can agree with that too. I don't know. You said it all. We already talked about this before. So as far as me commenting, I agree with everything you said. There's no, I talked to Jasmine and Jada about certain things, and the way these guys are coming up, and the way these guys are raised nowadays, I just shake my head, and it's their generation to find love is gonna be hard. We said it all the time.
I think it is hard. It is hard right now.
At the same time, you're young. I ain't saying you need to go out there and do all this crazy stuff, but you need to enjoy life. And at the end of the day, that person will come along. God will put that person in your life, and that's how I feel. And you make that decision if that person is who you want to be with or not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It is what it is, and I say that all the time.
There's a question in the comments, and it says, James, what, I guess she meant, what can you say for your generation? How do you feel as a man? What values you gained as the man born in our time?
Well, you got to understand the man that I am today has a lot to do with my mother and father. See, my parents were together at least till I was 13, maybe 14. And so I used to see my father go to work, come back home late. My mother go to work at the same time, preparing meals, cooking. I see my father come home, kiss my mother, ask us how our day was, speak to us a little bit, before he ate his dinner. We sat around the dinner table, you know what I'm saying? It was all old school. And we had dinner together. And my father taught me a lot of values, taught me a lot of things on how to be a man, how to hold your own, how to, take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, I just transitioned that from my father and mother, because my mother instilled a lot in me as well. And I went to the army. And so, and I'm not saying the values I had from my parents, the army just enhanced that more.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went from having a good foundation with my mother and father, and then had two sisters, and then my two brothers came later on, and then transitioned that and joined the army just kind of enhanced that a little bit more with what they already instilled in me. So, you know, and then of course when I met you, and then realizing that you were pregnant, we had Jasmine, so I jumped right into a man at the age of 19, 20, or 20 years old, right into a father when Jasmine was born. So that foundation that I had was already there for me. And so when I jumped into the man, I saw that. I already had that foundation set from my father on how how you should take care of your family. And one of the things he always told me was take care of your family first. That is the most important thing right now. You have to be selfless when you have a wife and you have a child. You can't be selfish. You got to
Mm-hmm.
be selfless, right? So, well, selfless. No, I said it right. All right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it was to a point where I put you first. I put Jasmine first, before me. I was the last one to take care of myself when it comes to situations like that, because that is the foundation that I was built on from a child, from a little boy. And like what you said, when you're talking about Omari and Rome and Kansas and
Right
Chicago,
now. Yeah.
that foundation is being built right there from the
Yeah.
ground up. And so guarantee I will give my right hand, they will not forget that foundation when they become adults, when they become men, on how their mother said or father said, this is what you should be doing. And then
Correct.
when they get to that certain age, and you'll see it when they go to prom, their first prom, and Rome or Omari open up the door for their date to get in their limo, or I don't know, y'all have helicopters by then. Get into the helicopter. And you'll see it's gonna be there. So it always starts with that, So I always say it starts with that foundation. It starts with that, at that young age, because we are very influential at that age. You know what I'm saying? So
So y'all need to pat y'all your son's fathers on the back too, because I know they have a huge part in their life as well. Because I know Rome sees how Dwight is with you, Ashley, and Amari sees how Will is with Demetrius. So I do think it starts with a great foundation, and it kind of just makes you wonder, like, what type of foundation did Kevin have? Okay. Because he just totally disrespects women, but let's just be more specific. He totally disrespects Black women. Tanisha is so focused on something.
Kevin has been scarred.
Her
That's what happened to him. Somebody fucked him up. I'm gonna say it like that. He's
He can't
he's
hear you.
he's a male scorn.
Yes,
A
he
black
is.
woman.
You said a Black woman scorned him?
I'm just saying it must be because that's all he be focused on.
Yeah, yeah. It has to be. You're right.
Either a black woman or his mama.
Okay.
Because he has so
Ash,
much to say.
so much to say. Okay. Ashley, what's your thoughts? Because you is wide awoke tonight. I'm trying to get you while you still up.
I really want to. I want to really hear him talk somewhere. That's why I asked to follow his page because I never heard of him.
Okay, that's Pastor.
I don't really see how he's disrespecting.
Not him. Not him. That's the out of the three. That's the one that I like his message that he put out. But Kevin, no child. He is disrespectful. He is rude. You heard how Jones was saying, "What's your size? How much you weigh? You are not worthy of a high value man because first of all, you ain't the trophy woman. Okay, you ain't the trophy woman that can be on his arm, pretty much."
But you know what, though?
Girl, everybody is a strong 6.
Yes, everybody is a strong 6.
I blame y'all sisters,
Tell me
not
something.
y'all.
Hold up. What you say, husband?
I say I blame y'all, the sisters that's calling in and asking for advice from that guy, because you keeping him paid, you keeping him relevant,
Period.
you keeping him going.
I never understood why women would call him. What?
Somebody cover some. Honestly, I think Kevin wishes he was a black woman. I'm dead.
Wow.
He wishes he was a black woman. Child. Okay, I'm gonna just take a quick little break and I'm gonna read some comments. They say, I agree, James. Why would you degrade yourself and call that man? As far as calling him on his show. Sandy Tucson said, I agree.
They want to be seen.
And then get their feelings hurt? I mean, I don't understand.
It don't. But the thing is, his platform is big. Whether we like it or not, it is. So people who want to be seen, who just want to be, they're going to call in because you know what the hell he going to say to your ass. So what would be your purpose other than that? Because you ain't trying to get no real advice from him. Talking about a high value man. What about a high valued woman?
Correct. Correct. Ashley, you're going to really have to
was a strong 6. A strong 6 as far as how looks and everything else. You seen her with her makeup off?
He said,
why are you looking so damn hard?
He said Kelly Rowland is a 9. And he said to Beyonce, because he said you can't be, is it a 7 or 8? Which number you can't be?
Lucky 7? I don't know.
I think you can't be an 8. He said Beyonce is an 8, but Kelly Rowland is a 9.
Some people think like that, though.
I mean, that's fine.
With those two.
But I think so what I'm thinking in regards to that, I'm thinking he's saying because Kelly Rowland is more natural all over, right? She has a natural beauty. Her spirit may be, not saying Beyonce's spirit isn't. She has a pleasant, from what we see, but she's had some modifications done to her body.
Ashley,
no, I'm not saying she's not.
The beehive, okay.
But she's had some modifications done somewhere. She's had some enhancements. So he's probably basing off of natural beauty versus people who are out here getting BBLs or people cake on makeup all the time. Like maybe that's where he's getting his ratings from. Exactly. So
but in his mind,
I don't even really motherfucking care.
I don't either. But I just really think in his mind, he has his own version or his vision of what he considers to be a high valued and rated woman. Period.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't listen to him. The only reason I hear him is because my supervisor plays him all fucking night. And when I'm in the office, I'm like, and then he'd be like, listen to this, because he is an avid follower.
Oh yeah, I know. I know somebody personally that is a huge supporter of them too, and that's why they lonely. That's why they lonely.
Jones back still.
Oh, okay, Jones, you was gonna tell us your feelings on Kevin.
All right, so I don't want to be disruptive. So Kevin Samuels, I think he has some good points, in terms of a balance with how black women can be a more feminine in terms of interacting with their men. But that's a two part that's a two-sided coin because we have to do things to warrant that. Like nothing is just given. If you continuously put your woman in a situation where they feel as though they're unsafe or they're
We hear you.
or they're threatened by something, then that's how they're gonna act. The only time that you'll see like a sheep.
Really? You had to show Erica.
Only time. The only
Hey,
time a
gave
sheep
her that
will
dang on look.
Give it a look.
the only
But
time a
she over
sheep
there
will act
laughing.
wounded. Erica.
Tip said,
Only
aren't you
time.
promoting his platform too by talking about it?
No, we're talking about how men see it. Because I've never
Yeah. So
only man I've ever talked to about it is James. But I mean, to hear what Jones has to say is enlightening. I'm listening.
yeah, it's in part. Some of it is good, and some of it is bad. Like if you got a wounded sheep, they're gonna act crazy. They're gonna act defensive. They're gonna act as if they have to protect themselves. So if you have a woman who's expecting you to protect them, and then all of a sudden they feel vulnerable, like you can't protect them, they're gonna be aggressive. They're not gonna be, oh, how was your day, sweetie? It's gonna be, motherfucker, what you want? Because their senses of protection are heightened because you failed.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had those occurrences within my marriage, where I may have forgot to do something, and I come home thinking it's all sweet, and it's not. No, bro, you dropped the ball. So that welcoming, loving introduction that you're waiting for, that shit gonna have to come back when you get your stuff together. But I think that the way that he talks to women is off center. If you're looking for respect, you got to lead with respect. And I think the place that he speaks from is like the dude in school who wasn't cool, and they all of a sudden found a sense of cool through people who don't know them from where they come from, and they just get extra. It's like over the top, and real people, real dudes recognize that. Like they didn't sit at the cool table in the lunchroom. They ain't sit in the cool section at the pep rallies. That's my take on Kevin Samuels. I think it's hilarious, and I think that a lot of black women need to take inventory of who they are before they call in there humiliating themselves or allowing this man to humiliate them.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I think. And Poppy Dawn dude, I don't listen to him.
Okay.
He's because where is it to say that just because the things that you might give a woman can make you more valuable to her than a dude that may not have as much? Because it's dudes that got a lot of money and think because they spending on their women that a dude that work at Walmart that talk to them nice can't tell them something they want to hear, give them the attention that they need, and those panties are slide to the side.
Okay.
Money isn't everything, and money can't keep a woman. If you got her feeling empty and you got her bank account full, shit, leave your ass. Cause Steve, what's his name? Bill Gates' wife left his ass.
What?
Jeff Bezos' wife left his ass. So you could go to the moon or the tip of space like Jeff Bezos, single.
All that money.
So
I'm a thousandaire, and me and my wife been married going on 9 years.
he's a thousandaire. I know that's right.
I'm a thousandaire.
For the thousandaires. That's right. I know that's right. I'm a thousandaire. We're a thousandaire too. Okay. We can't hear you, Ashley.
No, I was just laughing. 1,000.
A thousandaire. Beauty, and you got your thing, Mike. Mute. So, what's your thoughts on Derek Jackson?
Derek Jackson,
Get from
I
under
think it was
there.
the same thing. He was a dude that wasn't that cool in school and paid attention to things that women may have told him in the past about stuff that men do, and he highlighted that. Went to college, started lifting a little bit of weights, and all of a sudden he thought he was the guru on relationship advice from his car. And your integrity, your integrity is your equity. So once you get a chink in your armor and you look like a simp because all the shit that you professed you didn't live up to, you
Nope.
have no equity.
None. None.
So I mean, I look at tangible guys. I don't listen to that shit. I call James for advice. I call guys who have real life experience and can offer me a balanced insight. I'm not listening to no dude for no. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to that. I just think it's goofy.
Okay.
And
So
his wife should leave his black ass.
I mean, yeah, because that whole interview was uncomfortable even to watch. Okay.
Yeah.
This is my question to y'all now too, because Kevin talks about the high value man all the time. What do
Yo, them
y'all
French
consider
fries.
to be a high value man?
A high value.
Jay,
You
you
want
already
to take
answered
it?
this, bro.
No,
No.
he ain't answered
Yeah, I'll
it
get
yet.
it. A high value man is a man who can balance a woman. It's not about tipping the scales where you have this much more in terms of finances and stuff like cars and yachts and planes and degrees. If you have a corny spirit and your personality sucks, that shit doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. So I think a high value man is someone who can balance a woman, whoever that might be, for whatever woman that is and for whatever man that is, that balance each other. That's what I think high value are. Because you can have a doctor's degree and be an asshole. You can
Mm.
have 7-figure bank account and be an asshole or a jerk. You can be a regular guy and hold your woman down and love her to her needs without having all of that stuff. That's what makes your value high. What you bring to what that person needs, not just shit.
Not just shit. Okay.
I definitely agree with Jay. Um, I don't know. When you say high value, you know what I'm saying? In some women's eyes, high value means that, this guy, he has a lot of money, or he has a lot of equity, or he has a lot of, I don't know, real estate, or whatever the case may be. But it's exactly what Jay said. High value should be, it shouldn't be something that's tangible. It should be something that you can be able to, bring to the table based on who you are, but at the same time, um, if you can, I don't know, it's kind of a double-edged sword though for me, because coming up, I'll do this. Coming up, you know, let me flip it a little bit. So, high value for what was high value for you with me?
You're asking me?
I'm asking you that.
Oh, damn, bro.
Because we were, when I met you, you was 17. I was 18. You was with that other guy, Keno, whatever the hell his
Your
name
brother
was,
name, right? Look at
right?
Ashley.
And so, and we was friends, and then all of a sudden we started dating, and so what value did you see in me? And that kind of can answer that. You can answer your own question.
Um, first of
They
all,
got the
you weren't somebody who bragged about what you had or what you gonna have. Very humble. At the same time, you displayed loyalty right off the bat as just being my friend. So you even though I was dating somebody else and we were friends, you never tried to get with, well, no, you never tried to get with me, so-called, when I was with him. You didn't. You respected that. And that goes a long way too, to show that, okay, here it is, I'm this girl's friend, and as bad as I may want her for myself, I'm going to continue to just be her friend, give her advice that, you know, she can use towards working with her relationship. When that shit went left, you was like, okay, this is my time. It's my time to strike, and let me get in here, okay?
So he was the bun. I'm just playing.
No, he wasn't. He
No,
wasn't.
I'm just joking because
He was not the bun.
What's the bun? What does that mean?
Yeah,
what to
that's
meet
what
you.
Oh,
No, okay,
Lord.
not the bun, the Neil, the next in line.
Yeah, he was the Neil. He was the Neil. He was the next in line. But for the most part, I mean, you showed humility. You showed that you was loyal, just as a friend. When you had a girlfriend, when me and him broke up, I never looked at you like I wanted you to be my man until it was my mama. My mama, the one that got me looking at you a little different, because she was like, why you don't talk with him? You know, he kind of cute. He fine. I was like, oh, really? And then I just started looking at you differently after that, as somebody like, okay, I'm like, he's all these other things to me, but now that I'm looking at you with I guess the glasses on, I actually see what she sees. So I mean, high value is somebody that can protect me. I remember we was at a game and somebody had said something to me, and that's when I was dating Roderick, and you was out there, and Roderick didn't even say nothing, and you was like, damn, tell my son, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, you're not gonna back your girl up. You stood up for me even when my boyfriend wasn't standing up for me.
There we go again.
Huh?
Here we go again.
What you mean, here I go again?
No. I'm just messing with you. No, we're good. Yeah, so definitely.
No, it was a sound.
It was a sound.
So high value. Again, doesn't have to be anything dealing with money. Doesn't have to be anything dealing with what you can do for me.
No.
At the same time, you have to, if you see somebody that's got some good qualities in them, and they may not be where they want to be. Perfect example. Think Like a Man 2, I think, or first one, where the what's the light skinned dude with the green eyes? What's his name again?
Mike. What's his name?
He wanted to be a chef, and Taraji had her stuff together, right? He had potential. He wanted to do great things, and she helped build him up. She saw those traits in him, those qualities in him, that he was a good man. He just wasn't where he needed to be at that particular time and moment. And she was willing to, to stay there with him after she went with the guy, Mars Chestnut, who had the money, and realized that's not where she wants to be.
And all he talked about was himself.
Right. So the example that's a perfect example of a woman who says, you know what, I see the qualities in this guy. This is who I want to be with, and it's who I can build my life with. Something like that.
And so the difference between you and the other guy, we're not going to call his name, the other guy, is that he bragged, he promised things that he couldn't deliver. He really tried to like woo me with materialistic things, and that just was never me. So the fact to know that, okay, you had all of these qualities that I liked in you, and it had nothing to do with if you had money, if you had a car, if you had this, you had that. The one thing that I definitely always admired about you is the fact that you always thinking forward. You always have a plan. You are definitely the planner in our marriage. You are that person. So you tell me it's going to be all right. And it took a long time for me to learn how to trust that when you said it was going to be all right, literally that shit was all right.
That's the man upstairs.
That's the Lord.
I pray to him, and he pull us through.
Beauty, what do you consider a high value man?
Sleep. um,
Sleep.
I don't know. I mean,
You don't
a
have
man is a man
qualities
to
that
me.
you would think that is a high value man.
Well, then that goes along with you creating a list for yourself of what you want, and you have this big. Because let me tell you, back in the day, my list was ridiculous.
Oh,
You
I
couldn't do
remember your
this, you
list.
couldn't do that, you had to have this,
I
you had
remember
that.
your list.
So I had to pray that the Lord would just open my mind and quit being so damn picky. So, not necessarily saying settle, but again, you can't determine what's a high value person based off of only characteristics of things. So, or character traits.
You can't base it off of that.
Most people put no, well, what I'm saying is like most people try to say, "Oh, he high valued because of his financial status,"
Yes.
but it's not just based off of that. You have to have other traits to go along with that. Like, okay, you have value. I mean, you're financially stable, but what else is
Yeah,
coming
because you
along
can
with
be
that?
an
I
asshole, you could
want a
be
man who
abusive.
exactly, which is what I was about to say. You can be all these other negative things. So again, here go old girl with the whole damn, you made me miss it.
I made you miss it.
Hey girl,
Because I just pressed back and then because I had it ready. That's what I was looking for. I had it ready and yeah. Oh, hold on.
Ashley, are you riding the ride?
when you work, you're hello. Just think
Ashley,
about
what's your thoughts of a high value man?
y'all. Please, like talk now.
I can't hear you, Ashley. Beauty, hit mute till you find it.
This is no shade to anyone because children are a blessing.
Ashley,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on high value man? What would you consider a high value man? Hold that thought. She got it. She found it. Hold that
Okay.
thought.
Okay.
I found it.
Hello. This woman is an adjustable six. Hello. Kevin Samuels said, if this woman is an adjustable six, what do you think most women are? He said, if a woman that you think is an 8 or a 9 or even a 10 is really a 5 or a 6, how does that impact the way you rank yourself? And here come the not so strong women in the comments. Well, I'm a 2. Well, there's nothing wrong with being average. I'm a 4 or a 5. Well, I'm a proud 5, but I have a high value husband. It is absolutely impossible to have an accurate ranking system because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. A 6 to you might be a 600 to another man. On this episode of I Wish I Would Wednesdays, I wish I would go to somebody's comments and call myself a 2. You absolutely
That's
cannot
right.
rank somebody based off looks alone because a man that looks like a 10 to me but has baby mama drama, is unemployed, and stank is automatically a 0 in my eyes. I would let
I
some of the men
agree.
in the comments who are
Damn,
laughing
she
at women
said
who
stank.
obviously have low self-esteem know exactly what I rate them, but I'm already on very thin ice. Follow my backup pages. Hello.
Wow.
Please send me her to
Wow.
follow. Okay.
Wow.
She
I would
said,
I would
"Well, if he make all his money, but he got a lot of baby mama drama,
and he
unemployed
stank.
and stank, he was a 0.
But
Period."
okay, how can he be unemployed if he making all his money?
Maybe you got stocks and
Hold
bonds.
up, hold up. Let me see what she said.
Yeah, you gotta send me her. Forward her to me. Okay,
Come here.
while you doing that, we're gonna listen to what Ashley considered to be a high value man. Speak, sis.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Kansas and Chicago in the background for me. Um, I don't a high value man. What I think is a turnoff?
No, what do you think is considered? What would you consider a high value man to be?
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
While she figure it out. While she figured out, what she said was a man that may look like a 10 to her, but has a lot of baby mama drama, unemployed, and stank is a 0.
It's a 0.
Because based off of looks, he's a 10. But
Yes.
once she find out,
Right.
That he got baby mama drama, no job, and he stank. he can step to the left. He can step to the left. Okay. Okay, Ashley, what is
her name is Keita Rose.
Send her to me.
Just type her in the chat.
Yeah, type her in the chat.
I can't type her. My thing be acting stupid.
Oh Lord, child, y'all with all these technical difficulties. Okay, Ashley, what is your
really?
A man that talk about pretty much what he got, but not bringing it to the table. Like talking about what he has, but crying about spending it.
Oh.
No, for real, because I know somebody like that, or knew somebody like that.
Okay, you got it, but you don't want to spend it. You just want to look at it.
What are they saving for a rainy day, Ashley?
Tomorrow's not promised. I'm just
no, but that's fact. That's fact. Because guess what? You done saved all this money, and guess what? After you dead and gone, somebody gonna come and swoop it up and spend it all.
Well, hopefully your kids or your wife or your mother, father, whoever.
Drea said the good looking ones be the worst. I don't need you in the mirror more than me. I knew somebody like that
longer
too.
than me.
Yeah, knew somebody like that too.
Hey, we knew somebody. He was getting his eyebrows off.
Yeah, you get his eyebrows done, and he was like,
yes,
he was getting his eyebrows like threaded and shit. Yes. Okay, so Ashley said, a man that got money but then don't want to spend it. What else? My question I'm asking you is, what do you think a high value man is?
I don't know, because I never really had one.
Oh my God!
I thought you with one.
Wait, you meant
Let me I'm gonna do this.
Oh my gosh! I ain't never really had one.
I'm a peek at you real quick.
Okay.
That's a blooper, y'all.
Ashley.
That was a blooper.
We're gonna retract that from the
it was. Yeah.
Let me rewind it and ask you again. Ashley, what do you consider to be a high value man?
Oh, my man?
Okay, what's your man?
Good answer.
Jesus. Y'all want to put me on the spot.
Good comeback.
James put me on the spot. He said, what made me value him?
Okay.
The fact that he take care of his family, that's the most I can appreciate. I mean, as long as he taking care of his family, that's pretty much all that matters to me. Even if he not taking care of me, taking care of his children.
But you part of the family.
I know, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, my kids being taken care of means more to me than anything. So
Sandy too. Ashley said what she said. Next.
I cannot. We got to Sandy.
Girl, I'm gonna spit out some good wine over here.
Yeah.
We
So
know what you meant, Ashley. You good. You good.
Treya said high value to me is a man of good character and morals.
yes, because you want a man that has
Sandy
values.
said, hmm
Go ahead.
um, Sandy said, I bet a lot of women would define a high value man based on character traits more so than money. Do you know the amount of hurt so many women have experienced in the pursuit of love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me,
Miss Jackson said, my husband is humble, calm, and very loyal. He did not press me.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Um, I don't know who
Sandy
Kevin
said,
Hicks
Steph, you
is.
should do a show with.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Go ahead. What you
She
say?
said, Steph, you should do a show with financially self sufficient women who can give their perspective on what they looked for or are looking for in a man.
Okay, that's a.
Well, a
I
lot of,
already.
I'm going to say this, a lot of women who are financially stable, um, I think that they're more so just looking for love. Like somebody to really, truly, and genuinely love them, support them, travel with them. Like, I don't think they're, I think as long as they are showing those traits, as you would say, Sandy, I don't think they're looking for a high valued person. When somebody is self sufficient, I can do it for myself. I'm not looking for a man to do it for me. If he can, that's great. But if you can give me the other things that I feel like I'm lacking, because that's like a lot of rich people. We be like, oh, they got so much money,
I
so
know.
why are they
I know.
depressed? Why are they unhappy? Like, I
Are they
wish
on
if I had
drugs?
that money, but you don't know what you would do if you had that kind of money. The thing is, money don't buy can't buy happiness.
It sure can't.
And
What you said, Ma?
if you are unhappy in your within yourself, then you're gonna continue to be unhappy with money. So I don't know.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What do you think is some of the things that attract these people to these people's platforms? Like, it's something that attracts them. Either one, they relate to what they're saying because they done been, like you said, scorned. And I personally think that oh boy probably is scorned. Derek, we done seen what he did to his wife, and she's still with him. Poppy Don is married as well, and he's still with his wife. So what do you
But
think that?
she's not black.
Oh, I
Oh
didn't know that.
Lord.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she's other.
Oh,
Cannot.
Mama said why y'all don't got
Oh.
her on here. She just called.
because this ain't the show for Mama tonight.
Well, you heard that.
That's what you telling her, Ashley?
I'm saying it. She watching right now.
Oh, Ma, this ain't the show for you tonight. We want the men to talk, and you not interrupt
I
nobody
think
talking about. Listen,
I think mm, I think as far as what's drawing people to their platforms, men who relate or have that same mindset. And then as far as the women go, I mean, I just don't understand what their problem is because
I
y'all know
don't
what the fuck
understand
he
that.
gonna say to you.
Yes, I
I'm
don't
not
understand
really
that shit.
getting it. You
Period.
know what he gonna say to you. You know how he talked to you, and you can't even say. And the thing is, they'll go on there and say, "I know you say this, but like, what you mean? But like,
Listen,
he gonna
when
say the
anybody
same shit
say,
to you. So
when
nothing you
anybody,
say because he gonna talk over them.
yes, anytime you hear somebody say, but, oh, I love you, but you get on my nerves. Really, it's the part that you get on my nerves. That's the real truth right there. You get on my nerves.
But you're on his platform. platform. So
Yes,
you are
yes.
trying to circulate. And that's my opinion. They trying to get some type of notoriety by being on their show because you know his thought process. You know when women are on there and if they disagree with him, it it becomes
It ugly.
talk over action, and then you clicked on.
Oh
So I
yeah, he hang up
mean,
on you.
yeah, you will get hung up on real quick if you're
Yes,
not listening to him. If you feel like you disrespecting him, like it's just too much. Like so, if you know these are the things that he do or that he is known for, why would you put yourself in that situation?
I
Why
have
would
no
you
idea.
subject yourself to that?
I
Because
have
I'm
no
not
idea.
gonna do it. You ain't
Me
finna talk to
neither.
me crazy because I will shut your shit down. Okay? And you will get
That
cussed
part
all the way out.
all the way.
So I'm not. I wouldn't even. But then again, me, I would not even waste my time calling somebody that I don't agree with. Like if I don't,
Correct.
again,
Correct.
I don't listen to his platform. The only reason I hear it is because somebody I work with actually follows the Joker.
Okay, so
So
let me ask you this: the person that you work with, do they have a woman?
How you know it's a female or a male?
She said that he always watching him. That's what she
Oh,
said.
he. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do he have a woman?
I don't know. I don't be all up in. I yes or no. I don't think he have a set woman.
He a player from the
He
Himalayas.
probably have like, you know, yeah, he might be a little,
No, suspect. What's
or
his
he might
name?
just got or he just might got a piece that he fucked, and then do what he do.
So
Hmm.
in other words, you're saying he
So
really not looking for somebody to like spend his life with. So to me, people who listen to him and like follow his advice, to me, it's like, are you really trying to build something with somebody?
I'm not listening to him, and
Not
well, I
listening
ain't
to
gonna
him.
say that. I'm not gonna say that he's not trying to find somebody and build with them. He probably is, but he listens to him because he said he makes a lot of good points, and I'm just like, I'm not agreeing with you. Like it's just he told me I got too much masculine energy. energy.
Um, okay. Can I say
Mm.
something? Can
I
I
Mm.
say something?
said,
Can I say something?
Mm.
really,
Can I say
James?
something?
Really, James?
Mm. Mm.
Really, James? That's how you feel?
I just said,
We're listening, Step. Yo, got a lot of words coming out of that.
Sis, can I be honest?
I'm
hey,
listening.
look at it like this, Steph. Put your glasses on.
Out of the four of us, I think you do have a lot of masculinity when it comes to you like, nigga, I'll fight you. Okay.
I
I
know.
will.
I didn't disagree with him. I just started laughing.
Okay. You do have a lot of masculinity, and I think when it comes to women and men, I think I'm not gonna say I think everybody should know their place because I don't know my place at times. I don't, and James on here and he'll testify. I don't, but at the same time, it's like when you be telling me, "Do I need to get on a plane and come?" Da, 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 I believe you. I believe you. Ashley, do you believe her? Cause she always been that sister that is like protective like a motherfucker. And she be like, who I gotta come beat their ass, okay? So in that retrospect, I mean, I could see. And then like you was talking to me the other day and you was telling me what you was telling me, and I was like, that girl don't play. She don't play. Period. And if we had to bet our money on it, me and James both agree we got our money on you.
Again, I
Yeah.
didn't disagree with him. I just started laughing, but he's just saying you just too. And I'm like, because I'm not gonna let nobody talk to me any kind of way, because I ain't gonna let nobody do me any kind of way. At the end of the day, people only do what you allow them to do to you.
I so
So
agree
if you
with
don't
that.
check
I
that
so
shit
agree.
at the door, they're gonna continue to do it. So
I so
I'm gonna
I
nip it in the
so
bud
agree with that.
when it happens if I don't agree with it.
I so agree with that. I so agree with that right there. I'm not gonna let you talk to me any kind of way. I'm not gonna let you disrespect me. I'm gonna clap back. I'm gonna clap back. Jones,
Yes.
um, what do you think about women having masculine energy?
Mm, I'm gonna do this too, cause hey, Erica driving now.
Yeah, no.
She driving, Erica driving.
So,
He got
so
them. He got them buds in. She can't hear his ass.
I'll say it out loud. Come on, Jay.
He said, "Come on."
So a masculine energy, um, I don't think that there's a good place for it once you find a man, or once I don't want to. I hate saying find a man. Once you're
No.
with a man
Mm-hmm.
who balances you, because men have estrogen and women have testosterone. We all have the same. We all have the same chemicals, testosterone and estrogen
Yep,
hormones.
our
Okay,
levels just are different.
the
Mm-hmm.
levels are just different, and sometimes due to circumstances and experiences in life, those levels can escalate or de-escalate. I think that both men and women have to start recognizing when they are with that person where the levels can kind of balance out and it's not necessary. Um, and I think the word I like to use is reaction. You can decide to overreact, underreact, or react. I think that we should just take a second before we decide to go off the deep end and just react or respond. So it doesn't come off as over masculine from a man to a female and vice versa from a female to a man. Because as a man, I don't want to feel like my position is being challenged by anybody. Not that it's going to be taken, but just, challenged. If I'm handling my handle, let me let, let me stand on my square because I'm not giving you a reason to try to take. I don't know why you're looking at me, Erica. I'm not giving you a reason to convey that. Once
Wife
you
right there.
yeah, I don't. She can go back and watch it once you post it. Um, once once you find a man who can help balance that, I don't think that it's necessary. I didn't say that it's not right or wrong. I just don't think that it's necessary. For instance, if I don't know, if you spill water on the table, are you going to take the table and break it in half? No, you just going to wipe the water up because that response doesn't warrant that action, or that action doesn't warrant that response. And I think in our communities, black and brown people, that it's going to take like a reprogramming of our cultures
Mhm.
at the family level first before we try to make it just for black folks. But at each, family level, if you find that bro, if you find that sis that balances you, y'all supposed to be each other's comfort, not conflict.
Yes.
For the
Yes.
right person. For the right person. And if you find yourself in a situation where you have to continuously be over masculine, then that's not the situation for you. I don't think so.
I agree with you because sometimes women take on that strong masculinity trait. Our mama did. No
Yeah,
doubts about that.
she had to.
She was the mama and the daddy, okay? And she, like you said, James, she had to. But at the same time, I think when that masculinity, when you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage, when it's overpowered by the woman, I don't necessarily think that's a good thing either. To me, that's when it comes that balance. Like sometimes James be ready to turn up, and I be like, "Bruh, it was not that serious." Okay, like chill, like calm the hell down. But then it's times when I'll go to that level too, and he have to like, okay, Steph, calm down. And it ain't no calming me down, okay? It ain't no calming him down either, to be honest, because whatever he think, he just gonna do it. We be in a car. Oh my God, the car is the worst. The car is the worst when these dudes is driving. Oh my gosh. It's the worst. It's the worst. Demetrius, I experienced it with you too. Why you so focused? Yeah, bro said when we on the way home, I'm gonna drive. You was like, no, the hell you ain't. You ain't driving. And when we got back in the car, he wasn't driving. You was. You have a strong masculinity about you too, sister. You do. You just like, I'll fuck you up. I'll fight you.
She like,
Um,
okay, okay.
so listen,
Oh, here she go.
I try to
To
be
fall back.
the,
To fall back.
docile. Well, I ain't gonna never be docile. I try to be regular. And the thing is, again, I'm a communicator. But when I feel certain things ain't going a certain way, and you just,
You take
you
charge.
just not gonna do me any kind of way. And that Mayrose side or whatever you want to call it,
No,
it's
it's
gonna come out.
exactly what you said. It's the Mayroll style because we all got it. We all got that gene.
Because okay, y'all got to realize we grew up watching our mom take on everything on her own. Yes, she had my aunties and my grandma to help out occasionally, but for the most part in the
It
household,
was
it was
her.
just her.
It
So
was
when
her.
you watch someone try to be not necessarily saying that that's what she wanted to have to be a single parent and trying to she wasn't necessarily trying to be the father, but if she adopted that role because that's the situation she was placed in for whatever reason, then you watch that. So it builds you to be like, okay, well, I have to be strong. You may want a man to love you and be with you and make sure they there when you have kids with them, but that's not always the case. It's not always guaranteed. So you never know what you're gonna get until you get it, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So you take on those characteristics because that's what you see, that's what you grow up knowing. And so when you is well, that means it's there, so it's within you. So when you get with significant others and you realize the situation that you in, you start adjusting, right? So if my adjustment hasn't gone down yet, there's a reason. You haven't given me, or not necessarily saying the situation that I'm in, but just in general, a man hasn't given a woman or a woman hasn't given a man to adjust those levels because y'all haven't come to a common ground yet of, okay, I can accept my role, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that this XYZ. So with Step, she just so happened to find it early in life, right? So she had to play a role when James was overseas. But when he came back, he didn't immediately jump right back into the role, the head of the house, because he know that she had played that role for so long. Now let me adjust, and then I'm gonna eventually get back to where I'm supposed to be in the family dynamic, right? So
Yes.
it's all about adjusting. And when you are in a situation where you feel like, okay, well, I am playing the man role, so bitch, I'm gonna be masculine, okay? So this, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying on purpose, but I'm just speaking in general right now.
You're right. You're right. Like her
So it's
mama.
like,
Like mama. She
what do
had
you
to.
do? Yeah. So what do you do in those situations? Can we get to that level where I don't? Because sometimes a woman don't want to be masculine. Shit, I want to just
Be
not work.
you.
How about that? Huh? Huh? But yeah, I want to not work. Just I'm just again
I know.
generalized
I know.
conversation.
I know.
I just sometimes women don't. For instance, it's a girl at my job. She don't want to work. She find every reason in the world to call out from work. which aggravates me because I'm feeling like, okay, well, if you don't want to work, I'm sure you know there's plenty of people that needs jobs and they willing to come to work here. So can you please give up that spot and just stop working so somebody who want to work can get a job
and can be here?
but
yes.
she don't want to work. She wants her husband to take care of her, but for whatever reason she's in the workplace. So it's just when you find that or as he said, he don't want to say find, when the Lord blesses you with that person who you can start adjusting with, then people will finally get to that place. The masculine energy will still be there, and it's gonna come out when you bring it up. But
it's suppressed. It's suppressed.
No, it just needs to come out. It'll come out when it needs to.
So as long as you give me a reason to suppress it, it won't even come out. So it's all about adjustments because nobody's ever gonna be. Like he said, every man has estrogen, every woman have masculinity or testosterone, and it's just about the different levels that's in you. However, different situations calls for different levels.
Yes.
And that's what we're gonna leave it at.
Okay, we're gonna leave it at that.
Hopefully I explained that in a good enough way for you guys. Okay.
You did. You explained it well.
So it doesn't bother me when he said that, like, okay, what you trying to say? Like, what you saying? When I feel like a man's giving me a reason to not be masculine,
then you'll pull back. You'll pull back. You'll adjust. There you go.
I'll fall back and I'll fall in the role that I need to be in that moment. Okay. Next question.
All right. James, let me ask you this. Do you think I have masculine energy?
Absolutely. At times.
Okay.
You know, when you get to get turned up and you start.
Oh God, they say when I be clapping, it's on.
That's what you be doing. You be doing this, girl.
Check this out.
He's right. That is my word. Check this out.
I'd be like looking at you. She do it to me, Tamisha. Check this out. When she feel that I done got a little aggressive with her, said something that she ain't like. Check this out. I don't know who you talking to. I just look at her. I let her talk. Yeah, at times. Okay. I mean, not a whole lot, but at times you do show it. And so it'd be mainly, you know, when somebody disrespects you, somebody disrespects one of our girls, somebody says something, you know, you don't let social media bother you as much as you used to.
No, ain't no used to.
When you first started.
Well, you're right. But then I realized too, you know, that's the opinion of 1, 2, maybe 3 people. But at the same time, I'm not going to adjust who I am. It's either if you follow me because you want to follow me or you like something that I bring to the table for you. But if you're going to be coming at me at the side of my throat like somebody did last week, I'm just going to be like, your mama.
Yeah. And I like what Sandy 2 Cent said. I'm looking at the comment. Masculine energy is sexy to a lot of men. And it is, because we don't want no punk, man. We want somebody that can be able to stand up on their own when they need to stand up on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you having an issue with another female, that is not my place to jump in and try to defend you all the time. I need you to handle that.
Yep.
Now, if it's a dude, then yeah, it's my place to get in there and say, yo, bro, you know what I mean? What's the deal? What's going on? You know what I mean? And I don't need you to be, you know, you can show emotions at times. It all depends. At the same time, I need you to be able to handle your own, because I do think that is sexy to that is sexy to me when I see my wife step up and I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
Let me get angry. Let me get masculine all the time, dude.
Nah. Remember the example when we first bought that car? When
Huh?
we bought a car. What was that car we bought? When we was in
Oh,
Florida. We had saved up in Hawaii.
that's when
Went
we
to
first got
Florida.
our Jetta. And
And
you
no, no,
came
no. You could tell that story. I was
when,
like, oh shit.
when
Okay.
he came back to the car with a pink receipt and said, they told us we're gonna have to wait 10 days to get our money back. I was like, the fuck? I was like, I sent the wrong person in there. I got out the car, went in there. The little secretary said, you can't go in there, bitch. I'm going in there. Okay. They was all in a big ass meeting around a table. Somebody gonna run me my money. Okay. James was like, oh shit. Today. Okay. Run me my money. We don't work too hard for this. And then you done cashed my check and I ain't got no damn car.
You got to explain to them that we decided not to get the car, and we
Yes,
had just walked out of that place.
Yeah, we decided from Honda to Volkswagen,
Right.
and within like not even 12 hours, these motherfuckers done cashed our check. So I had to go in there. I sent him in there. He came back with a pink slip. I was like, oh no, we got to go back. Oh, and we got our money back. I bust in their board meeting, like, and then he behind me talking about what? What y'all gonna do? What? I was like, James, but we got our money back. So he right, in certain situations, he turn up and he'll make shit happen, but then it could be a situation where I turn up and I'll make some shit happen. I think we balance each other very well. Like when we was about to go fight the little girl for Jasmine. Look,
we wasn't gonna fight her. We just
we wasn't
gonna
fight her, but we was gonna be like, if you gonna fight her, you gonna fight her one-on-one.
It ain't gonna be no jump. Right?
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no jump. You jump in, I'm jumping in, and then James talking about you jump in, I'm gonna have to snatch your little ass back. Okay.
Well, think about it when you was in college and them girls was getting ready to get into that fight in that fraternity.
Oh yeah, and so when we had crossed over, my line sisters was about to get in a fight, and James snatched me. He was like, Steph, no. He was like, let them fight their own damn battles. He was like, I don't give a fuck if y'all sisterhood or not. And to be honest, I don't talk to none of them people.
But I agree with Sandy too, though.
What she said? Because
my significant other, he be boasting me. Well, you go do it. You say this. I'm like, nigga, why don't you go over there? Like, so I mean, he boasted me to be masculine, like to go check shit, like because sometimes his check be too aggressive. Sometimes his checking be too aggressive. So I try to start out politically correct, and then it turns to whatever it needs to turn into based off of their comments to me. So I get it. You balance based off your delivery. Then I'm gonna have to get clicked out. I'm gonna have to click out on your ass. And he be ruining me on. I'm like, what is
now it's been sometimes James done rooted me on too. But when he get upset, I have to reel him back because I be nervous. I be like,
I don't think Tamicha's ever seen me get that.
No,
upset.
She has not. When we was in Virginia one time for Labor Day, no, it was Memorial Day. We went to this club. We went to this club. Okay, we paid how much? About $40 a piece to get in. Okay,
right.
Went to this club. We got in and paid our $40. When we get in the door, this is where we at.
It's a fire hazard in there.
We like standing like just like this.
That's claustrophobic.
We was in there for not even 5 minutes, and we was like, no, we gotta go. Cause like, where we gonna dance? Okay. So then we go back outside. We was like, can we get our money back? And they was like, no. And James was like, what the fuck you mean? You talking about some no? We only stepped in the club and the shit is too packed. It's a fire hazard. We need to leave. So then dude was like, no, you ain't getting your money back. He was like, this is it. So then he gonna call the police over. James like, I don't care if he called the fuck police. I'm like, oh my gosh. So my friend's husband that was with us at this in Virginia, her husband, I'm gonna call it what it is. He's a punk. Okay. Cause she was right there with James talking about something. Yes, run me my money, run us our money back. She hyping him up, okay? But oh boy over here, like, Steph, you know, we gonna get in trouble. We going to jail tonight. And I'm just like, James, I'm like, I need you to snap the fuck out of it. And I'm gonna need you to come back. He telling me, Martin Luther King ain't fight for us. I'm like, oh no, she's just not gonna get political. Okay, did she just bust out talking about Martin Luther King? James was ready to fight. He was ready to fight.
The issue was I was calm at first.
No, you wasn't.
It was it was because the guy was like, we went in the club, we came out, and I was like, yo, man, it's a fire hazard in here. You know, I'm calm at first. You have to take me there. And I said, it's a fire hazard in here. The fire marshal should shut this thing down. And so he was like, you ain't getting your money back. And he walked away. That's what triggered me, because he walked away and showed me his fucking back. When somebody showed me their back, oh my God, that's like a trigger point for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's totally disrespectful. So I was like, yo.
Because nigga, I'm still talking to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say this conversation was over with.
Yeah. And so, you know, when I went up to him again, he walked away again, and I about went off at that point. And then that's when the police saw me going off.
Police showed up.
And then he was like, yo, he's like, well, we can't do anything in the club. So I said, so if I get rowdy in this motherfucker out here in this parking lot, y'all want to fucking arrest me now? And then that's when he told the cop, you need to get your husband. I said, fuck that. These motherfuckers owe me money. You know what I'm saying? We just walked up in this club and came back out, and all of a sudden this guy's turning his back on me. And then that's when you was like, James. See, because I have out-of-body experiences.
I have them too. I have out-of-body experiences too.
I black out. I don't see anybody. I don't hear anybody. I see the target. And that motherfucker was a target for me. Right. And that's what I saw. And I was about to go bust him upside his face. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you said, James, you know how you have that blackout moment and you hear somebody talking to you, but you don't really hear them. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Listen,
that be you.
I'd be like, no, like, no. He tell me something when I'm about to fight, when I'm about to do something, Demetrius, don't say shit to me.
Look, nigga, I'm trying to save your ass a night in jail, okay?
I'm trying to make sure your ass don't go to jail.
Exactly.
Like,
I need you to come home to our son.
Down. Like, stop, just don't.
Right.
Hello, because I wouldn't.
Look, that
so
night,
because he said the same thing, and I just be like,
when we got in the car, me and he still was talking about Martin Luther King. I was like, boy, if you don't shut up about Martin Luther King, I don't want to hear that.
Did y'all get your money back?
No.
Exactly.
All of that for nothing.
No, we didn't get nothing back.
It don't matter. He got it off his chest though.
Exactly.
But you know what? This is all I kept. When we got in the car, I was like, look, you would have went to jail. We would have had to call your commander. They would have had to come to Virginia, get your ass out of jail. Then it could have been a whole Article 15. It could have been some misconduct type of like punishment. It could have just been a whole bunch of shit. And this was early in his career, okay? Early. We out of state. So we not even near home, okay? So I'm just like, I cannot believe he was acting like this. But the part that was tripping me out, it was that she was right there egging his ass on. She was like, let's go, James. Let's
had that masculine energy.
Yeah, she had that masculine energy because her husband turned into a straight bitch, okay? Straight
all that estrogen,
huh? You said what?
All that estrogen.
Oh yeah, his estrogen. It kicked up a whole notch, okay? But she was right there with him, ready to go, okay? And I'm trying to calm him and her ass down, and I'm like, y'all doing too much tonight. Y'all
She
doing
was in the car still egging me on.
Like, listen, I'm trying to calm my man down, and your ass over there hyping him
you
up.
Over here egging him on. She talking about, James, we should go stop at the payphone, and we should call and report a fire hazard and get that bitch shut down.
At the end of the day, it wouldn't matter because it's that pack. They already got their money, so it really
Hmm.
It
it
wouldn't
And they
matter.
wouldn't
wouldn't and
They,
they
matter
they
wouldn't
if
give
don't
I
it.
care.
called them.
They don't care if they
It
shut
would have
shit
just made
down.
the party goers mad.
Exactly.
Yes.
It
Exactly.
just would have made the people who were patronizing their business mad. But at the end of the
Okay.
day, they done got their money.
Okay. So we talk about masculine energy with women. I think at times men need to show a feminine side. They need to show their feminine energy as well too.
We don't have to even say it's energy. Just have a. I mean, every man has
A
a
sympathetic.
softer side, but they don't want to show it out of feeling either vulnerable. They don't want to feel vulnerable, or they don't want to feel like they're a bitch, pretty much.
Oh,
And
you start.
that's not what it means. Like
It's not. It's
it's
not.
okay to be a little, let down the
In your
guard
feelings.
sometimes.
Yeah, in your feelings. Tell me
Be
how you
Depends.
your
feel.
feelings. If you
It
feel some
depends.
type of way, then say that. Like
It
you
depends.
men always want women to be so open about stuff, but y'all don't be open about a lot of stuff. Y'all be wanting to hold shit in. Like, well, I don't feel like I can tell you that because I don't, I don't want you to look at me a certain kind of way. Nigga, is that motherfucking
Uh,
serious?
it depends. Early on in the
Say what you got to
relationship,
say.
I would say no. But as you build that relationship with that person, then I would say yes. You should be able to open up a little bit more. But early on, y'all don't want no dude that's all crying and showing his
No,
feelings
we
early on in
don't,
the
and
relationship.
I agree.
Hmm.
I agree. We don't because
But
I
but
don't want
that's the
nobody else to
problem.
walk over.
But that's the problem now.
Right.
When you don't let think about it, boys, as they growing up, you ain't supposed to be crying. You hard. You hard. You don't supposed to be crying. You're actually already teaching your son to shut down how he feel versus let it just out. Let it out. It's I don't think it's nothing wrong with sharing how you feel about something.
I agree.
All right.
I agree. But as and we talked about this too, Steph. When I've never really saw my father cry when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen I as 29 years that I've been part of our family, I have seen your father cry more than these five fingers on my hand.
That was later on.
Yeah,
Once.
later on, but to me that goes to show me that he trusts his feelings when he talking to me, and
Hmm.
like he don't think I'm going to think he's weak or judge him as a
Hmm.
man. To me, you're just showing me that you have humility and that you know what you actually do feel. Okay,
Hmm.
because some men just like try to hold that shit in themselves and act like, oh, I just got to be hard all the time. No, I need to know that you feel pain as well because that's just not a real person if you not hurting and you not feeling shit, okay? That's not a real person.
But to a certain
I,
point, you don't want me to be crying over everything,
Oh hell no, because we know
no.
somebody that cry about everything.
right? To a
Everything.
certain point. So, my main emotions come with what? Like my birthday, right?
Birthday, Father's Day,
Right,
Christmas, our anniversary, or sometimes just because we'll have a moment sometime it ain't even nothing going on, but it's just how we feeling about each other. We just express it
right.
I think men are taught
to be
manhood
tough.
equals strength.
Yes.
So I can't allow, and even if your daddy did, you say you ain't never see him cry when you was growing up.
You
He
never
may
seen
Hmm.
him
have cried, but he's not gonna cry in front of his son. I'm not gonna cry
Hmm.
in front of my son because I want him to know that no matter what I got going on in life, I always got him, right?
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna allow him to see that vulnerable side because I want to teach him strength.
Hmm.
But in him doing that, it taught you strength. But now it's like, is it okay for me to be vulnerable with a woman or, you know?
Hmm.
So I know we always say a strong black woman, but men are taught to be strong and not to have emotions. And
Yes.
Hmm.
that's not a accurate assessment of how it should be. Everybody as a human should be able to express themselves one way or another. Like, yes, you don't want to do it early on because nobody wants a man that they can. Girl, you know this nigga was crying.
Look,
Because I'm gonna talk about you.
look, we know a nigga that
Because
always
you just
crying,
me and
okay?
like how we even got here you go. How we even got to this level of you crying and it's only our second date. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no ma'am. Like, so once you progress in your relationship, yes, it's okay to start letting those walls down and being more expressive of your feelings. But some men, they don't hold, like men, they be like, oh well, you know, you find out later on in life after you ain't with them no more. Oh well, I loved you. I've always loved you, and I always will. Okay, well, when did you come to this revelation, and why I ain't know that when we was dealing with each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you
Exactly.
ain't tell me that when we was dealing with
Exactly.
each other, and maybe we would have still been together, but you were so busy trying to act hard and keep those
Mm-hmm.
emotions in, or you felt like, oh, I'm feeling some type of way. Let me pull away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's embedded in them, and that's why they act that way. Yes, you do have those who may have had single mothers, and the mother may not necessarily have implemented you being soft or you being a crybaby, but some of them, not all, some of them have more feminine energy because all they grew up around was women.
Was women.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, everybody as humans should be able to express themselves when you feel comfortable, when you trust, like what Steph said, when you trust that person with your emotions, when you trust that person enough to let them in on what's going on with you, because that's where a lot of our mental health come from as well, because
Yes.
people
Yes.
bottle stuff in so much that they don't want to express anything, because if I do this, she gonna look at me this kind of way, or if I say it like this, he gonna think I'm this. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I say. You either take it or not, and it is what it is. You take me as I
Mm-hmm.
am. As time progresses and we grow together, maybe certain things will grow, like leave me. That's like even with in religion. Yes, I'm a baby, and like people are babies in Christ, and then as they grow in their relationship with Him, they eventually start changing to
Yes.
what they should be, or to the person that they're supposed to be. So, same thing with a relationship. Yes, we progressively grow with each other, and we start expressing more. We start letting people know things more. But then again, certain things you have to know when to say it and when not to say it. But you won't know that until you get to know that person and build that trust with them.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
That was deep, Michi.
Mm-hmm. Look at you.
Look at
You
you.
know, I be deep sometimes, girl. I be deep.
She told me I'd be deep sometimes. So, James, I have to ask you this. Do you as a man explore all levels of intimacy? Because to me, like what we just was talking about, that is intimate. That's intimate.
Okay. All levels of
Do
intimacy.
you explore?
I don't think. I don't think any man explores all levels of intimacy. I mean, intimacy can be something as simple as we sit down together, watch a movie together on the couch, snuggle up, eat popcorns, you know what I mean? And then fall asleep right there.
Eat
You know
popcorn.
what I mean?
He said popcorn.
That
Popcorns.
is popcorns.
Right? I mean,
Eat popcorns.
but all levels, I mean, I don't know. I'm still learning, even though we've been married as long as we've been married.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to get at. There's different levels of intimacy. Like when we first got together, yeah, the intimacy, the love language was definitely physical. Okay, in the very
Okay.
beginning, it was very, very
Is your
physical.
mama
Okay,
watching this?
yes, she is. Hey, mom.
Yes.
But then as we grew, it's like the level of intimacy, it changes.
Because
So
we change over time.
correct. We
Right.
change, we grow, we reestablish like to hear Jasmine tell me this a couple weeks ago. She said, I find it so cute, mommy, that you and daddy, y'all watch y'all little shows together. She said, you pause the show and y'all have a whole conversation about what just happened. She was like, then y'all be watching y'all HGTV shit. And she was like,
That's our
y'all be
shit.
so y'all be talking about that. She said, you and daddy have something that she was like, literally, if nobody was around, she was like, because me and Jada get to experience it right in front of our face. She was like, she said it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. She was like, y'all really are each other's best friends. And I was like, you know what? That's a good thing, because they get to see what a healthy relationship look like. Because let's face it, when we are growing up, sometimes a lot of us only see the negative side. We only see the things that we say we don't want to have in a relationship. And just to hear your daughter say, like, I just find it so cute, and it's refreshing that after even all these years, like, you and daddy, y'all funny to me. She said, I listen to y'all sometime, and she was like, y'all don't even know I be listening to y'all. Jada said, she said our door be open, and we do be loud watching our show, hitting pause.
Because the people on the Dead Show, they so freaking stupid sometimes. Golly.
Right now we watching Walking Dead. We on the last season, okay? And we be talking about some zombies is idiots, okay? But it's not just that, James. They pay attention to everything. Jasmine even told me, she said she sees me. She's like, Mama, for somebody that say they never use their player card, she was like, Mommy, it ain't even a player card to you. She said it's just natural. She was like, you allow daddy to be the man of the house. You're the woman of the house. She's like, but at the same time, she was like, she said, y'all have a great chemistry, and they want that one day. And I'm glad that we were able to be the example for them. Yes, for them. I'm sorry.
To.
What you was gonna say, sister?
I'm glad to.
You what?
Glad to.
Oh,
I'm glad too. They get to experience what we didn't.
Yes, what we didn't. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So, husband, just so you know, our intimacy, it changes in phases and stuff like that. Things that I used to be like, okay, James, I need to be wooed. I need you to do this, and I need you to do that. It's like now it's other things that he do that woo me, that don't necessarily mean gifts, that don't necessarily mean like surprises and shit like that. It's actually like time well spent together. And the fact
I
that,
was gonna
like,
say it's just spending time.
yes, it's spending time. And sometimes it could just
And
be
a
like
lot
some
of
of the
women,
stuff.
that's all
And
they want.
talking, having deep conversations.
Having
Exactly.
deep conversations.
Deep
Yes.
conversations is the best. But then that's
Yes.
also why, being friends with someone before being on that level is always, for me, I've always found has been the best situation to be in, because they know you. You don't have to pretend to be something
Yes.
not. You don't have to,
Yes.
because you've already went through the phases of dating, but you wasn't dating, because now I've expressed everything to you about what this nigga did, and this is how I really feel. Like you've expressed those things because you're friends. So now
Yes.
once we take it to that next level, you don't have to put on for me. I already know you in your rawest form. So now I can just love you purely
Yes.
and build on our relationship, or build on the friendship foundation that we've built over the years, to take it to that next level.
Yes. Oh, you said that so eloquently.
Because that's how it was. She was with the other two, and then I came in, and Yeah, that's
He just
exactly how it was.
he
Yeah.
swept me off my feet, you know. And look, it had nothing to do with financial status. It had nothing to do with
Yeah,
if
because
he
the
could
brother was
provide me,
broke.
because he said he was broke.
Brother had a green
What y'all was
hoopty.
building, you built together, which now
Yes,
ultimately allows y'all to appreciate the level you've gotten
yes,
to. Cause
yes,
girl, I was me and your daddy was this, but guess what? Now you see us here.
yes.
Mhm.
She was shooting with him in the gym,
Yep.
and they've come a long way together.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's
That's
that
why
growth.
back in the day, they used to like, girl, you should date you a drug. Yeah. I said, girl, I don't need nobody thinking they finna control me. Negative. I got a
And
man who
I
he
do,
may ain't got it, but we gonna build together.
but how about this? I don't need to be watching over my back all the damn time either. Okay,
Exact
looking
that
over
part.
my shoulder. Yes, that's the most important part. Okay.
Mhm.
Um.
The most important.
Okay. So there's different levels of intimacy. There's emotional,
Mhm.
intellectual, mental, non-physical, because physical is definitely an important part, but non-physical as well, and then physically. So I think it's important that if you already connecting on all those types of level of intimacy, you're in a good place. You're in a good place.
Yeah.
You're in a really good place.
Hmm.
So
But
let me
that's
ask you
where
this
I was saying with them being vulnerable enough to speak,
and to
because of
share.
if you can't be in a mentally good place if you're not sharing or if you're not expressing what you're feeling. You mad at something that happened at work, but then you come home and instead of expressing, baby, that I had a rough day, XYZ, you just angry, and then soon as she say the slightest thing, now you done took it out on her. Now it becomes an abusive relationship, or
Mhm.
it becomes a verbally abusive situation, like because you're not expressing yourself. But then again, you have those situations where the man come home, he may want to express, but then he get
Yeah.
home and all he hears is nagging. Like, okay, I don't want to hear that shit. I just came from work dealing with that shit. I don't want to come
Yep.
home to deal with that shit. I want peace.
Exactly. I
Can I
want
just have
peace in
peace?
my life. Yes.
Can I have
Peace.
peace? Or even if it ain't peace, can I get a moment to myself to give myself some peace of dealing with what I just came from? And then we can discuss whatever you want to discuss, boo. But give me like
Mhm.
Yes.
30 minutes to an hour.
Just to
And
unwind and
so
process.
Right.
exactly, can I get my mental together because I done had to put on these people at this job all day and smile in their face because they paying my bills and then gotta come home to deal with this shit.
No.
And that can
No,
be
ma'am.
on either role. It ain't just a man,
Yeah, it's
or
not on
it
just
can
the
be
man versus it could be either one.
interchangeable. Right. It can be interchangeable. Like, can I just get a minute? Can I just sit down for a second? Like, give me a moment, please. Like, but again, that's how people mental because they keep stuff bottled up inside and they feel
Yes,
like, okay, if I say
yes.
I'm complaining about this job, or she gonna look at me like, bitch, what you complaining for? You better get that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, some women, because they all about money, they
Yes.
worry about when the next time they're gonna be able to go shopping. Bitch, how
Yes.
about you worry about these bills? Like
How
Jasmine
about we
Purse
worry
say, fuck a
about
Birkin. How about this building?
hello? How about this building?
It's
It
the
was the
building
whole
for me.
building for me,
It's
okay?
the building for me.
It's the building. Can we secure a home? Okay?
Can
Fuck
we
the Birkin,
secure
like
a
for
home?
real.
Can we
Okay?
secure something? Fuck a Birkin. It's the building for me.
It's the building for
Brought
me.
to you
And
by
if y'all
Jazzarisms.
want to fuck a Birkin tomorrow, the thing opens up for y'all to place y'all orders.
First
Come on,
45
Jack.
people.
First 50.
First 45. Have your
50.
coins
It's
on
50.
deck.
It's 50. It's
Oh,
50.
it's 59. She
She
changed it.
changed it to 50. Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
First 50 people, have your coins on deck when you sign up. If you got them on deck and somebody
Hello.
else come swooping in, you lost your spot.
You lost your spot. Okay. Anywho,
Coming to a stores near you.
let's read some comments. So Sandy Tucson said, I need to place my order. Yes, Sandy, you definitely need a bag. Alexis
They
8 said,
open
hey, what's up?
tomorrow at midnight.
At midnight. Okay. Marjorie said, I get away from myself sometimes. I even sit in the car for hours before going in the house, and I live alone. Why you sit in the house for hours? Because she don't want to take it in her house.
That energy.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
She don't want to take it in her house. That's
Right.
what it is. Because my last day
I sit
at
outside
prom,
too.
my last day at prom,
I do too.
he do. He used to sit in the parking lot all the time.
I'd be like, woosah.
But you know what? I'd rather him do that than bring that shit into me and be all of a sudden treating me ugly and mean and nasty and stuff like that. Because
Because we'll be like, why you still sitting in the car? What you doing? What you
because
doing?
that would give me permission to go off.
To clear.
Yeah, because I ain't do shit to you.
But I do that too.
Yes, and I used to do it too. Sit in the car, and sometimes I could just be on the phone, and you just getting it out your system. So then when I come in the house to talk to James, I'm more relaxed, more settled, and I can say what I gotta say. Okay. But I remember my last day at work, I called him on my break, and he just said, Steph, he was like, look, this is all I'm gonna say. Whatever decision you make, I got you. I got you. Because how you go back to work and the same bullshit you walked away from, you come back to it and the bitch gone, okay? She gone. So when I told him that I was in the car, he was like, okay, we gonna do this. And here it is. I'm nervous about everything. You know, as women, we be thinking about everything. I mean, I know James be thinking about shit too all the time, but I was like, oh my God, we're trying to buy a house. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. And I just really just said, my health is more important.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yes, my wife is more important. So bring your ass on home. So Charm said she was gone. Yes, you're right, Charms, but her energy was present. We talking about Lucifer. Marjorie said, you're not alone. I will pull up, blast music, scream, cry, or whatever I need. Remy Ma is my best friend in my head. I feel you.
In the end.
Yep, in the end. Let's see. Charm said, Sandy 2 cents, then I'm way behind. Something to binge watch. Girl, yes, Walking Dead is the truth. Me and James been, how many weeks we've been watching it? Like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally on season 10. When does season 11 come out? Anybody know? Charm said, and if you're not on all levels, then you should work towards getting on those levels together. And those are all the levels that I talked about, such as emotionally and intellectually, mental, non-physical, and physically. The other night, me and James we was doing something yesterday morning, and he asked me, he was like, why you was having a hard time going to sleep? And I said, because I said, I was talking to some of my Nista squad, and they just had me just thinking. And I was processing stuff. And he was like, well, he said, you need to tell me what you're thinking about, what you need to process. I said, when I'm ready to say it, I'm gonna let you know. I said, I'm just still trying to get all my thoughts together. And then he was like, all right now, because I need to know this. So then we was at the breakfast this morning. I told him, and he was like, okay. He said, all right. He said, you had to process it before you gave it to me. Yes. And the fact that he listens to me and he is actively listening, because there's one thing to be listening to somebody and you really don't hear nothing they say, but then to actively yes, to actively listen to somebody is so important. Oh my gosh. We learned that in marriage retreat, honey. It is so real. Are you looking at the person? Are you not on your phone when you're talking to them? Are you actively listening? Because sometimes people ain't doing that. You said what? Why? Jada said make her feel bad because she don't make eye contact with people when she talks to them. But
Jada,
I always tell you to look at me.
Jada has a form of ADHD.
You said what?
Jada has a form of ADHD.
Well, I know now where she got it from. Her mama got ADHD, so
Clearly, you be talking about one thing the next minute.
I know. I do. It's okay. I was diagnosed as an adult, but it's okay. Marjorie said I get away from myself sometimes. Okay, I read that already. Let's see. They say Sandy said Kevin Samuels ain't teaching nobody nothing about intimacy. Okay. Let's see. Quality time is a love language. Quality time is both me and James' secondary love language, but our primary love language is different. Mine is physical touch, and yours is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Yes, he has to feel special, feel good, and he likes to hear it. Which I mean, I think my love language is somebody's. Well, damn, Demetrius. What you sipping on tonight?
Some berry lemonade.
Okay, at least she was honest because Ashley said some sangria and James said go show the bottle. Let's see. Marjorie said I must agree you guys are the SI unit of a good marriage. What does SI unit mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Charms is in the house. She said, "Hey y'all."
Hey.
My sister's keeper saying that is why Jazz is my daughter-in-law. Girl, who you trying to marry Jasmine off to? She got a son that she trying to marry Jasmine off to, honey.
Oh my God. Trey told me my boyfriend's is words of affirmation. So I had to stop calling him a dummy and start speaking life into him.
I'm so glad she figured that out.
Why would you call him a dummy?
Wow.
I don't know. She probably was doing it jokingly, but you know, that shit stay with people, okay?
When you call them dumb, they think they're dumb.
They think they dumb.
I'm glad she spoke life.
Yes, I'm glad she spoke life into him because sometimes that's a hard thing for people to do. You find out what somebody's love language is, and then all of a sudden you realize you've been calling him dummy. He really think he dumb. Treya said that's a blessing for your children to see. I have never seen that, and it has caused a lot of bad choices in relationships for me. Yes, I'm glad my children have been able to witness what a true honest marriage is. Treya talking about James, we gonna have a ball being some empty nesters. They just don't know.
We don't know what that's like.
No, we don't know what that's like. Ever since we've been a married unit, we done had kids in the house. So when we don't have some kids in the house, James already
she
told
gonna be 50 and pregnant.
Oh no!
Nah, it's too tired.
I'm joking.
It'll be like what's the name? My man from Friday Witherspoon. You gonna walk around bucket
naked.
And I see that big old booty go.
Bucket naked.
Woo, woo, woo. Sandy said TD Jake says intimacy equals into me see.
Into me see.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Into me see.
That's what my pastor say too.
I so agree with that. I know I have that connection with my man. He trusts me. And I trust him. He called it.
Y'all so corny.
Corny is better than
I
being
said I'm joking.
Oh, look at him. He was about to call you a jackass.
I don't even have up my middle finger.
He showed you the ring finger, Michi. The ring finger, okay?
I saw what he did. That's why I ain't paying no attention.
Sandy said, I don't want my husband to be a weeping willow, and I have only seen my husband cry 3 times in over 24 years. His moments of vulnerability made me feel closer to him. The moments that I've seen my husband cry, I totally agree with you, Sandy, that do pull you closer. And I think day one, I saw James cry at the wedding.
Oh, okay.
He was about to say, no, he wasn't.
Okay.
That was
saw that?
onions. That was onions in my eyes.
It was no
This
onions.
was when I cried.
Exactly. Miss Elliott says, shed a tear if you need to. It's okay. Treya says, it's plenty of men that show too much of their feminine side. Now, do y'all agree? There is a certain thing called too damn much.
Yeah. I
agree too. They said, Ms. Jackson said, Mr. Long said he did not dismiss dude. No, he didn't. No, he did not. When we was at the club. Miss Elliott said, that's why Steph be quick to shut that camera off when James be turned up on that road rage. Too much for YouTube. Yes, it do be too much for YouTube, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Y'all already saw a clip with me and Beauty on the road, and she be doing the most too. Yes, sis, you be doing the most.
I'm a safe driver. Thank you.
I heard you be cutting in and out of lanes.
But you know what? She just like you. She'll cuss a motherfucker out real quick. I be wishing on her car and your car that y'all had a bullhorn that y'all could be like, motherfucker, move.
No, I just need magneto
I
power.
wish I did. One of my friends told me it's this thing. You can get this camera, and put it on your windshield, and it'll allow you to use your phone to type a message to the car in front of you. Trying to get me in a road rage situation. I'm telling them to move, drive fast, move over.
Because James will be doing that, child.
Make me get killed out here. I'm trying to make me get killed out here. I said no, thank you, because all I'm gonna say on the thing is hello.
Hello, hello.
It's gonna be a big hello, like move.
Marjorie says some people listen to respond. Treya said, okay, note this as well. He called me a lot of choice words too. We both were not good at arguing. Me and James don't do that. We don't call each other out names and stuff like that, because that's shit. Once you say it, I'ma remember.
Yeah, that's out there now.
Yeah, we have never done that. So I'm gonna tell you, if you are married or in a relationship, if you don't start that shit, you don't have to worry about it, okay? Charm said, does everyone know their love language as couple and for children? Yes, I know everybody in my house love language.
What's Jada?
Jada is
words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation and quality time. Jada likes she likes to spend time with us. Jasmine's is words of affirmation too. And hers will probably be the second one will probably be quality time too. I need to figure out what our mama zone is. What you think mama's love language is, Beauty?
Words of affirmation.
Time.
She said time.
Quality time. Quality time. Do you know your significant other's love language, Beauty?
Actually, I had started reading that book and I stopped. Not on purpose. It's just I ain't had time to sit my ass down to go through the whole book. And it ain't even that damn long, because you know I can go through a book in a day.
And I got 3 copies. Okay. Y'all need to take the test. Once you learn that, you'll be surprised. James is unchanged. And what I thought his love language was, it actually wasn't. I thought his was acts of service. But his is actually words of affirmation. Mine is physical touch and quality time. They is like side by side.
But acts of service is the second one. Words of
As long as
affirmation,
you
then
keep that
acts of
bathroom
service.
clean, you good.
Yo, acts of service is like you don't have to tell nobody to do something that needs to be done.
Cause when I
Like
listen,
that
I
just
watch.
makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Listen,
shoot, I didn't have to
I
say anything and they cleaned the bathroom.
I walked by the bathroom earlier and I said, "Oh shit, Jada had cleaning the bathroom."
Exactly.
Jasmine said, "Daddy told her to."
But I told her to do that yesterday. I think I said it either this morning or yesterday. I forget.
She's Daddy told her to. Leslie on here. She said, "My husband and I are the same, but I'm not the one to give him verbal affirmation, which makes me feel guilty because he shows me my love language." Girl, you better get good at telling that man what he needs to hear. You'd be surprised if you get
what you
in.
want to do.
Woo! Say it.
Somebody else will.
Somebody else will.
Mm-hmm. Marjorie says, "Sorry, you know I don't talk regular. It's System International, a standard measuring system." What's she talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. My sister's keeper said, "Just turned 31, no kids, no girlfriend. Last week he said, 'Mama, I'm
She talking about
convinced
her son.
I'm not gonna have a family.'" Oh, Marjorie says she want to be corny, Demetrius. Leslie said, "My daughter in love were talking about my road rage and made a comment about how I would throw pennies out the windows." Why you throwing pennies out the window?
Oh yeah, you got to get your ass whooped.
Nah, I ain't never that deep.
I ain't never throw no money at
Them
nobody.
pennies worth something because them days when you looking for a damn penny and can't find one because you done threw them all out the window.
Exactly. You done threw them all out the window, okay?
Not to mention, you don't hit somebody's car with a penny.
So could y'all excuse me for just a second? I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Demetrius, you go ahead and read the
Okay.
comment.
It's not road rage when you're telling them about themselves. I'd be in the car and somebody be like, "Really? They can't hear you." Okay, but it makes me feel better because I've cussed their ass out on the inside of my car. I'd be so, like, who gave you a license, Lord?
Magneto. You know
Some of these people don't need to be on the road. Who?
Magneto. Superhero.
Who was that?
He controls metal. And I say, if I was Magneto, I'll just push everybody to the side and drive straight
and speed down the highway.
Speed down the highway. Get to where I'm going.
I just be like, I don't understand. Like, who driving test you took? Because clearly y'all don't get the picture. Like the first day of school, I got off on our exit, and when I say them cars was backed up, we couldn't even turn off the exit because the cars coming this way was blocking the intersection. I'm like, okay, when you go to driving school, it specifically says, do not block an intersection.
Yep.
Why blocking it? The light changed about 20 times and we could not go, and I was so fucking heated. I'm like, what the hell? Why aren't we moving?
That's Jersey. Jersey do that all the time. People in New Jersey do that all the time.
Because on our road is a Christian church school, and then it's a science academy school.
Mm-hmm.
So people trying to get in and out of the school, trying to go through their little line to drop their kids off, is backing up traffic all the way to the highway. I'm like, my goodness, Lord, I ain't getting off on this exit no more. Because my patience was wearing thin.
That's crazy. Yep. Somebody asked you, you ever drove in New Jersey? You've never been in New Jersey, right?
No shit.
No, I have not. Because these fools on the GSP don't need a damn license.
She ain't lying, child. She ain't lying.
Garden State. What's the P stand?
Garden State Parkway. Okay.
That's the highway.
They sure don't. Damn, she said throw pennies can break a window or scratch a car.
Yes, and fools don't get out want to hurt you. They throw no pennies in nobody's
Okay.
car. That's crazy.
Okay, so let's see. Um,
You know
so
it's bad past my bedtime.
honey, I just looked at the
I
clock.
know, right?
I just looked at the clock. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie. This little fit vine is hitting me, okay? It's hitting me. Um, this is the
Oh,
last
you
question.
drinking your wine?
No, I'm not drinking mine because I don't want to drink it until I have a label to show people. But this is what I'm drinking because I've been working out and stuff. It's called Fit Vine. It has 0 sugar, okay? 0. And it is 13.5% alcohol. I like double digits. It got 5%. That's water. Okay, that's water.
Let me answer this question real quick.
Go
I
ahead.
see Miss Elliott. James, what important advice do you give your daughters, I guess, while dating? Oh no, that's a good one. How's that? All right, let me see.
Look, we done laid back.
Okay, like
Well, well, I
Come
mean,
on, Daddy Long.
with dating now, it's a lot different. I know. Give an example. Jasmine's in a situation. I wouldn't say a relationship. I would say a situation right now that can turn into a relationship. And so I always tell them, you got to read between the lines of what these dudes are saying and doing, because they actually speak louder than words, of course. So if a dude is trying to be controlling right up front and he's not your husband, that's a sign. It's a big red flag. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dating me and you're telling me, okay, well, let's hang out at our house and we don't go anywhere else, that's another sign. When you want to take me out on a date and your father, being me, says, you know what, hey, you know what, let me see the dude. Let me talk to him. Let me give him my pep talk. And he says, oh, you doing too much. He doing too much. That's another sign. All right. Because
somebody
if
said
you're,
that.
yeah, to Jada,
For
if you
Jada.
if you talking about taking my daughter out and I've never met you, even though you're 20 years old, I'd like to put my eyes on you and at least know who you are. So if you do something stupid, I'm coming for you. You know what I mean? So my
Period.
pep talk, so when again, when they dating now, it's so different. These guys ain't trying to come see dad. They ain't trying to come see a
They just trying to
two-parent
fuck.
household. Exactly.
They what?
Right? Say it again.
They
You
just
said
trying to
what?
fuck.
Pretty much.
They
Right?
just trying to fuck.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So at the end of the day, I just tell them to be careful when it comes to situations like that, because these guys right here, they different. I mean, the generation is different. They're raised different. You know what I'm saying? Some of the mothers are done the best that they can. I'm not saying they didn't do well, but they're doing the best that they can with them. And maybe dad is not in their life, or dad may be in their life, and he's just not, hasn't taught them a whole lot a lot of the things that they should learn as well. So being that my kids are from a two-parent household, they're gonna have to see me. You know what I'm saying? And some of these guys are a little intimidated by that, especially when you say, okay, your dad was in the army, and they already automatically think we crazy. So at the end of the day, you gotta be able to talk to your daughters
You
and
are
tell them the
undercover.
certain things. To I
Excuse
am
me?
what? What you say? I'm
Undercover.
crazy.
I said
Undercover
you
crazy.
are undercover.
I am a little crazy at times. So at the end of the day, um, I just hope they pick the right person for them. But I just want to let the guy know that I am in their life. You know what I'm saying? So when you come for them and you physically or mentally abuse them, trust me, you're gonna have to see me. You're gonna have to see me at some point. Because when they open that door and say, Dad, this is what he's doing, then I'm coming. It's not gonna be any words from that point on. Because I told you
Okay, you
up
either gonna
front,
see these hands or you gonna see this Glock.
or you're gonna
Period.
see that blade cut your ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because At the end of the day, regardless,
Skin
you
and
gonna
blades,
see
just
me.
skin your ass right up.
Yeah. So, I hopefully that helped. But at the end of the day, you just got to make sure that let your girls live. Let them do. They're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna make male mistakes. They're gonna make mistakes in life. And as parents, we just got to be there for them and help them out as much as we can.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Marjorie said, wait. Marjorie said, Charms, I really point with my point. Okay. Treya said, I'll be teaching my son to respect and meet a girl's father. Be confident and respectful. I agree with that. You only got to meet the dad. The first time is the hardest time. And that's what James was telling our girls. Like, you don't think I was nervous to meet your grandma? Shit. Then I had to meet the whole damn family. So come on. Okay?
At a cookout.
At a
And sit
cookout.
on the couch.
And ride the couch, not sit. Ride.
While she's sitting there looking at my ass. You okay, Jay? Your mama want to feed you all the time. You okay? You
I
want something to
know.
eat?
I know. She always want to feed somebody, okay? My sister's keeper said, Jada said, don't bring a boy home with long hair. She said, that's what you told her. She said, you told her don't bring a boy home with long hair. You told her that?
No, not necessarily long hair. I don't care about the long hair. It's just, when they got dreads, I don't care about that stuff. As long as
No, I don't either.
as long as they need, and that's not. It's the culture. It's our culture.
It's our culture.
Right.
Charm said, I'm a mom of sons, and if and when my sons start dating, if the young lady says she doesn't want to meet me, big red flag, but wants to meet my husband, another red flag. Charms, I'm with you, girl.
Say that again.
Hello.
She said that when her sons start dating, if the girl doesn't want to meet the mom, but
Right.
prefer to meet the dad instead, both of those are red flags.
Oh, she trying to flirt with the dad. Is that
Red
what that is?
flags, red flags.
Possibility.
Yeah. Trey said a lot of boys run if you have a dad. They're like, oh, brother, I actually have to respect this girl. Bye.
Exactly.
That part right there. That part right there.
Mhm.
Because now this is not a single mom raising a girl. Because James pointed something out to me the other day that I didn't ever think about. He was like, okay, if a girl's being raised by a single mother and the guy knows that, okay, the mom's working all the time.
And
So
she's
there's
trying to provide, right?
going to be opportunity
Right.
for him to be creeping, okay? And I was like, damn, I never thought about that. But then I was like, oh, guilty.
Wait, Tip was in there. Tip told on your ass.
Yeah, guilty. Tip told on my ass, okay? Charles and Miss Jackson, right. Sad, but some young ladies are like that. It's simple manners and respect. I agree. Trey says, as long as they don't have a flat iron like Cat Williams. I know. If you flat iron in your hair.
He said, he bringing Pippin back. He bringing Pippin back.
But I always been respectful. Even when I used to go to whatchamacallit house back in the day. So I'm gonna be like, oh, you go to this room, and I'm like, My mama said I need to sit on the couch.
That's what you said, Michi.
And then if I do like, please leave that door open because I don't need nobody thinking nothing. Listen, but even though till this day, my respect and manners are still there. Like back then or BC or before current situation. If you had your mama come visit and she's staying at your house, I don't want to come to your house. I don't want to. No. I ain't ready to meet your mama, and B, I feel uncomfortable. Your mama there. I want to respect your mom's presence. When she gone, let me know. Okay.
Well, listen.
I cannot.
Jane's been calling me wifey since year one. from year one. He been
That's
calling
all.
me wifey.
She's my wifey.
So when I would go to his house, we would sit on the couch for 2 minutes. And then he would grab my hand and be like, okay, come on, Steph. And his mom just never said nothing. But if that was his sisters,
Yeah.
that shit was cut. Okay?
Yeah.
It was cut.
Yeah.
So
My
I think it
sisters was
depends
too
on the
young.
mom. Because Jane's mom wasn't like that with me. She wasn't like that with me at all.
Their mama wasn't either, but I'm just like,
I ain't
She's
gonna
just
lie.
like, okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to go to the room.
Oh Lord.
I can't. Shut the hell up.
I know. Tell again.
Cannot.
Demetrius, tell again.
Watch mama be calling me right now.
Lord.
She gonna be calling me. Really,
You
Steph?
heard it.
So,
You heard it live on Women Who Whine.
Who on?
is it recorded?
With the baby daddy here, okay?
She wanted to be fast and go to the room, mama. She wanted to be fast and go to the room.
Cause you know what?
That damn James.
I
That
think
damn James.
And do things that grown people do.
I think
Hence
deep
why she was
down
pregnant.
inside, I think deep down inside, I always knew too. They talking about some y'all was knocking them boots.
Somebody knocking the
Truly.
boots. Give me that good love.
Charm said, laugh out loud, or have a military mom and she scared the shit out of you that you don't even think of a boy. Army brat.
That too. Yeah, that works too.
I remember Jasmine's first boyfriend that Jasmine brought home, and that shit was funny. Now, I did think James was doing too much. However,
Nah, I wouldn't.
I know my role, and I was like, you know what? Let the father be the father, because I never got to see what that shit looked like. So when old boy showed up at our house, James was like, I need to see your driver's license, and if I piss test you, will you piss hot? Old boy said, no, I wouldn't piss hot. He's like, okay, but I still need to see your driver's license.
I need to know how old he was.
And he did. He did. He showed him his driver's license. He's like, okay. Then we sat in the living room for about a good 30, 40 minutes. We talked to him. Then he went out to dinner with us. And, you know, we was telling him about how me and him met and stuff like that. And to like a couple of nights ago, Jasmine was talking to him. And she was like, you don't remember that night? And he was like, yeah, I remember that night. And so I think it's a good thing that, I don't know. That's I think it would have been, I don't know if me and you would have turned out different if it had been Joe, but I think Mama did a wonderful job with directing our relationship to the point that, you know, she instilled values in us. And it's just sad that in this day and time, dudes don't want to ride the couch, child. They say that's doing too much.
Girl, they want to rap something else, and that's about it.
Harry didn't have a problem. We were talking about it because he was saying the one thing he remembered from meeting y'all was he said he called us the longs, or y'all the longs. He said the longs, he said that's true love. He was like, what they have is beautiful. Everybody wants that long love. That's what he was saying, because he said he liked the fact that y'all shared y'all story.
Jasmine had to come explain it, okay? He had to come. He said that long love.
A girl's parents. So
that was the first time?
Yes, like the first and only time. He never really got no girl parents.
Wow.
I almost pat his ass down too.
I can't. Make sure he ain't got no rubbers in his pocket.
Rubbers and weapons.
Make sure he ain't got no rubbers in his pocket.
Oh, because you trying to fuck?
What you doing with this shit right here?
Damn weapons. He say
What
he
you doing with
weapons
this,
as long
boy?
as you ain't got no rubbers.
What you doing with this, boy?
What you planning on doing with this? What's this for, bro?
Hold up. What's the, I don't know about rubbers. So what's the ones that be talking about? Is the big sizes?
Magnums.
Magnums. Dudes these days want to ride you on the couch.
Oh, they want to ride you on the couch. Yeah, they don't want to ride the couch. They want to ride you.
Period.
Okay.
Guess what? My ass sitting right on the other side of his ass. and my daughter sitting on the other side of me.
Listen, James, I'm sorry,
So
but
Miss Elliott said, I think a confident young man is okay with meeting the dad.
a confident young man and a man that don't have a motive.
Period. That part.
A motive.
And wear his clothes up on his behind.
You said what?
And wear his clothes on his
And wear
behind.
his pants up on his behind.
Yes, exactly. How did I know
Treya
Jasmine was
said, how
gonna
did I
come
know
down?
Jasmine was going to come down? She
She be
having to
having a
correct
correct
what went down.
because she watching, but that just lets me know that like I just overheard the conversation because I was walking by and I was like, oh, she must be on the phone with him. And the fact that she just came down and clarified it, that's good stuff. That means, James, we've been doing the right thing for a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the last question I'm going to ask in reference to this. In today's time, in 2021, it seems like people go to social media to like seek advice about relationships and so forth. Who do you go to in 2021 to show you the way, of what's the right way to be in a relationship? Because the Kevin Samuels, the Derek Jacksons, the Pastor Poppy Don, like, are they really the ones to show you how to be in a relationship? Who do you go to? I'll tell y'all my answer last.
You asking who?
Y'all.
Oh, you want to go first, Demetrius?
I go to the Lord.
There we go.
I go to the Lord, my Savior. But for real, at the end of the day, it's you need to be seeking it for yourself because everybody's situation is different, right? So since everybody's situation is different, you shouldn't look to seek advice from outside sources because nobody really knows your situation until you put them in it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So I'm not gonna go, or if you choose to. Me personally, I'm not gonna go to nobody because you can't tell me nothing that I don't already know. And yeah, but if people choose to go to other people, you should go to other like-minded people. You should
Mm-hmm.
not be asking your homegirl who's single about what you should do about your man because 9 times out of 10, her answer is gonna be, "Girl, you don't need that nigga." Cause why?
Mm-hmm.
Misery loves company. She wants you to
Misery
be
love.
single like her, so y'all popping off at the club, being
Mm-hmm.
whatever y'all want to be, and doing whatever y'all want to do. So if you
Yeah.
choose, you find people who are like-minded like you find people who are in successful relationships.
Yes.
You don't want to go talk to nobody who on rocky grounds. But then
Hell no.
again, the reason why I say go to yourself or with each other, you figure out, you go to the Lord in prayer, obviously, but then you figure out what works for you because even though you may think people are in successful relationships, 9 times out of 10 they ain't. People, everybody has problems. Certain
Mm-hmm.
people expose their problems on social media, and some
Yes.
people keep that shit to themselves, and you will never know. You ask them about advice, but internally they're battling with their spouse about things, but you'll never know because they don't keep people in their business.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll give you some advice, but that don't always mean it's going to be the correct advice because sometimes they ain't taking their own damn advice. So
Facts.
ultimately, ultimately, take your ass, God forgive me, go to the Lord in prayer, seek what needs to be found, and communicate with your spouse on what you're feeling because they can't fix something that they don't know is wrong or they
Correct.
don't know
Mm-hmm.
is broken.
Yes.
So if you are keeping it inside and being like, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, but you never communicate that to that person, then how do you expect it to be fixed? It'll never be fixed because they don't know they're doing something wrong.
Correct. Correct. Amen, sister.
So the
Amen.
Lord
Amen.
and communicate.
The Lord and communicate. Okay.
I mean, I can't even. It's exactly what Demetra said. I just go to the Lord. I don't seek any outside advice from anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I know early on in our marriage, I used to talk to my father a lot, but then I realized that he's just gonna side with me. So Steph knows you're wrong, and
Bias.
you know what I mean? Because I'm his son, and that's just gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I realized that, you know what, my dad ain't really helping in this situation, so I
At
can't
least
go to
you
him no more.
recognize that.
I can't go to him no more. So I just got to pray to the Lord, and we talk it out, and then we go from there. Too simple.
The other night, I was on the phone with some of the moderators that's on my channel, and we was having this discussion, and they asked me, well, who would I speak to? And I just told them, I said, to be honest, I'm just winging it. I don't really speak to anybody because, for one, I know if I talk to my mom about a relationship, my mama gonna side with me 100%. I could be dead ass wrong, but she gonna be like, no, James is wrong. Okay, James is wrong, Steph. He wrong. Listen. You already hear it to me, just right. But I
Could you
don't
listen?
talk.
Could you listen?
Yeah. Could you just listen? Could you just listen? Mama, let me just tell
Gotta
you
love
something.
it
That
though.
word, that word triggers us. The word listen. It triggers us. Okay. I feel like I'm about to sing Beyonce song. Listen. Songs.
Look at that dramatic family.
We are a dramatic family. But I don't talk to my mom because I know she would side with me no matter what. And in my opinion, no shade to my mom, I just don't think my mom could really teach me anything about being in a healthy relationship. When it comes to, I have a great relationship with my father-in-law, but I would never talk to him either because I had that happen one time and he immediately jumped down my throat and I had to snatch him back. And I had to be like, look, dude, I ain't married to you now, okay? So I don't talk to nobody when it comes to me and James' relationship. Pretty much I'm winging it, and me and him are figuring it out as we go. I can definitely say that throughout our marriage, our relationship continues to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And we're not losing anything because when they say there's different levels to this shit, it actually really is. So what may be important to you in the beginning of a relationship, 5-10 years down the road, what was important in the beginning may not be important then. So it's like, me and him was talking about this earlier today too. I think during COVID, I think people really figured out if the person
They did
that they are
a
with,
lot of divorces.
yes, a lot of divorces, a lot of breakups, a lot of heartache, because when you confine people to just be in the house together all the damn time, and they have no outlet, they have nowhere to run to, nowhere to go to, because we was on lockdown. It's like, then what? It's like you really figure out some shit about yourself too. And I mean, me and James, I said in the beginning, I was like, it was cute at first. Okay, oh, child, we home, we getting paid still. we, we
First
at the
2 weeks.
crib. But then after like a month, that shit got old real quick because it's like the excitement was going to the grocery store, okay? Just getting out, getting away from the children, your children all around, around all the time and stuff. It's like you really had no time to like just be alone. So to me, I just think that if you can make it through shit like COVID, if you can make it through shit like being married and being in the military and traveling all over the world, being separated involuntarily for X amount of time, and if you can survive all of that, you got a good thing. because it's not just me testing him. He's tested me too, because it was times when he felt like, Steph, he was like, I don't think you fighting for us. And I'm like, nigga, I'm tired. Like, you're in Afghanistan. I'm here. And I'm the one holding down the fort. I'm the one holding down the household. And emotionally, mentally, physically, I'm tired. And I can't wait for your ass to get back home, so you can take this load off of
He was
me.
tired of fighting in the military,
Pretty sure he was, but I guarantee
trying
you
to
his ass
protect your
would be
freedom.
our freedom. Our freedom. Our
Right, but his
freedom.
main point was to make sure his wife and child and family's good. Yes, he's
True.
fighting for the country, but
True.
his mindset is I'm trying to make sure this country is free to make sure that my wife and children get to the level that they need to be at in
No,
life
that's
freely.
no, that was not what James was thinking about.
And get back home.
See, that was his
And get back
number
home.
one thing. Getting back home.
Yeah, but
Getting
who
back
was he trying to get back home to?
me.
Okay then. So even though you're tired of being by yourself,
She just trying to
he was
make you
trying to
sit in
make
your
it
lane.
back to you.
I know he was. And during that time, when I say every
So
member of
it
our
was
family,
a double sword.
it was. It was. It literally was.
But guess what? Marriage is work.
It is
And
work,
if
and
two
it's not
people
easy.
aren't working together to get to the same level for them to be able to grow together, to be, because a lot of people, they be in marriages and then they outgrow each other. So because they're no longer together to get to that next level together,
Mm-hmm.
they find something that creates disconnect between the two, and then it becomes unbalanced. And now I'm growing, but you still want to be in this same mindset. So now we ain't on the same level, and this is why we're
Mm.
divorcing. But if you're constantly putting in the work to make it work, and then you both grow together, it's always a good thing, which is what you
Yes.
guys have managed to do, is why you're still in a successful, committed relationship, even though you guys have been together since high school.
Mm.
It's work.
It is work.
So
You
that's why I
married
be
each
like,
other.
I ain't ready, girl, because I ain't ready to put in that kind of work.
Oh, this girl says she ain't ready because she ain't ready to put in the time.
But I'm being honest with myself. I'm being honest with myself.
And that's
I will
okay,
get
Tamika.
there,
Yes.
but the reason why I ain't ready to do that kind of work is because my mind is on other stuff. I'm putting in work on other stuff. So I know I don't have the time to commit to that,
Mm.
even though I'm in a relationship. I'm committed, but I don't have time to commit to a marriage to make it work, because there's a lot of people, they be in long relationships and then they get married and then you got a divorce. Well, bitch, what the fuck we got married for? Because it was like it was better when we weren't even married.
Yes.
We
When
was
you didn't
able to
have them.
manage and maintain while we weren't married, but now we married, now we divorced. Like, what?
Make it make
What they
sense.
do that
Yep.
at?
Because
Like,
they
I
let
don't
that
know.
that
piece
was a
of
waste
paper
of motherfucking
define them.
money and time.
Yes.
Mm.
So don't jump, because I feel like people shouldn't jump or rush to get married just because somebody says this is what society say you should be doing at this point in your life.
Right.
Bitch,
Right.
fuck society.
Right.
It's
Fuck
what works
that.
best for me. And if I feel that I'm not ready to do something, nobody ain't gonna make me do it. Period.
I,
So I know I have all these businesses. I know he has all these businesses that we are trying to collectively get to a point where we feel like we can breathe. And I feel when the time is right, I'll be ready. But I ain't ready to, or committed and putting that type of work into making a situation or a marriage work. And I'm
well,
okay
so,
with that.
and I can appreciate
Other people may not be.
your honesty, because that's important. That really is important. Sharina Tate
It is.
said, God and my mama is who I go to for relationship advice, because my daddy asked me to go out with any boy or man who asked me out to not hurt their feelings. I don't give a damn about hurting nobody's feelings, child.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Sandy said COVID-19 took away distractions. I agree, it did. It took away distractions. Miss Elliott said during COVID, I heard domestic violence was at an all-time high. I did hear that too. Because think about it. If you so used to going to work and doing your thing and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden your ass gotta stop and you gotta be home.
You got to think about the unemployment rate, the stress level. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
all of that stuff.
So they're just taking it out on their spouses versus, that's the way they're dealing with it.
But then again, also they probably was in toxic relationships, and
True.
going to work was their outlet.
True.
So now I'm stuck with this motherfucker all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Bitch, I'm tired. I'm ready to go.
Exactly.
I'm scratching my head like, fuck, how am I get away? I can't get away. I can't go outside. They done shut this shit down. Ain't nowhere for me to go. What the fuck I'm gonna do? So I mean, I get it. Like, some people are able to tolerate, even though they shouldn't, but some people are able to tolerate toxic situations because they have an outlet.
I can't.
But when that outlet was taken away from them, it was just, it became too much.
It
Too much. It's too much at one time, and I can't get away from it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Charm said quarantine was rough for me and the boys because my husband was still out in that crap. Any little sniffle, we were scared of losing him, made all of us appreciate the family a lot more. I totally agree on that. Families actually became closer. Okay. Ms. Nika said COVID saved her marriage. She said my husband and I was able to reconnect because you in each other's face all day. Okay. They said that we had a lot of quarantine babies during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Marjorie said you have to choose each other every day. Yes. My sister's keeper said pass because I have MS and I don't know what that means. Miss Elliott said it takes two to make it want to work. Charm said, so sad but true. The emotional, physical, and sexual abuse numbers were ridiculous, and those numbers are based off of what was reported. Imagine those with no voice. Tanya Peterson, hey girl from New York. She said, hey y'all, Eclecticnista, you did what our ancestors did. They stayed the course and came to the finish line with sweat and tears. This makes for a strong Black woman. Nobody can do it like us. Look, nobody can do it like us.
This makes for a strong Black marriage.
There we go. I was about to say that too.
Woo woo.
For a relationship.
But some people go to their homegirls and homeboys, and then you giving them ammo to come try to sneak in the back door.
Oh no.
Oh, we said that too, Steph.
Yeah, we was talking about that. I don't do that.
Because now I'm venting to you. Yes, she doing this, she doing that. But all they see is the good that she do, right? So they see how good of a woman she is, how sexy she is, how she do this, or vice versa, how handsome he is. He do this, he take care of her, and all her bitch ass doing is complaining all the fucking time. Okay, I'm gonna sneak in. I'm gonna let her talk to me. I'm gonna let her say what she gotta say, and I'm gonna go right to him. I'm gonna tell him, she be talking about you so bad, or he be doing you so wrong. I can do you better.
Yes, you
people
are
slick
so
with it,
right.
so you can't even trust that type of shit. You got
That's
snakes
why-
in the grass all the time,
That's
looking
why
to take your motherfucking place. So that's why we say what you won't do, somebody else will.
Yes.
Girl, I don't do that. Girl, I ain't sucking nobody dick. I ain't doing that. Right in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Just let me come and pull you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do. And it's sad to say, you thinking they your damn friends and they around here trying to get your man or your woman.
Yep.
And you like, nah, they do. That's my homeboy. Nah, everybody won't respect girl and boy code.
They sure don't. They sure don't.
So at the end of the day, if they see something they want, and I know you fucking up, but you saying complain about that good ass woman, or I know you fucking up, but you complain about that good ass man when bitches like me looking for a man like all day long, every day,
Exactly.
I'ma
That's
slide.
exactly what they're saying. You are absolutely right.
So
Absolutely
I
right.
mean,
You all right,
that's why you
Beasley?
should only go to God and communicate with each other, because
Yes.
you never know.
Yes.
Everybody trying to slide in somebody's face because
Yep.
it's good men out there, but it ain't a lot. Like people try to make it seem like. So you know the ratio of men to women.
I know. It's crazy.
So think about it. It's enough women for every man to have a sister wives tribe.
I'm sorry.
Nobody wants it, but
I'm
well,
not
some of them
with
do.
no sister
But
wives.
but I'm saying it's enough women for each man in the world to
To
have that,
have
right?
that.
So
Yes.
if that's the case, and I know it ain't a lot of good ones out there. As soon as I see her fucking up, I'm finna try to slide my I'm gonna shoot my shot, bitch. Okay, yeah, girl, you should leave him, girl. Yeah, you should do this. Just giving you bad advice all day long, and then writing them damn DMs, talking shit, girl. Boy, listen,
Yes.
boo.
Yes. And then end
I
up
don't
with
wanna,
him.
I ain't wanna really come to you like this, and I probably even shouldn't say nothing. But you know, she just speaking shit about you all the time, talking about what you ain't doing. And I know you work so hard and you do so much for her. And people do shit like that. It be
Yes, they
fucked
do.
up.
It do be fucked up.
Like, how you gonna say something like that? You supposed to be my homegirl, but you secretly over here plotting on how you gonna get my nigga.
Listen, listen. That's cause for your ass to get a black eye.
That's cause for your ass to be 6 feet under because you tried it, bitch.
No,
Especially
I'm
when you
not.
know how long we've been put.
I
It
ain't
ain't
killing
even about
nobody.
him. It's about the disrespect.
It is about the disrespect, but I'm not gonna kill nobody.
Nah, we
Now,
said no,
I
no
might cut
killing.
you. So every
You don't
time you
know
look down
where
at
you
that,
gonna cut at, because that cut might that cut might lead to death.
no, I want you to look down at that and be like reminded. Damn,
Slash,
I ain't
slash
gonna
it.
cut you that deep. I ain't gonna cut them that
Just
deep. I'm
slash.
just gonna give a surface cut,
yeah, don't cut
Yeah,
it down to the white meat.
you slash him.
not to the
Just
white
don't hit
meat.
that artery.
To the white meat, okay? Sandy Tucson says some people are putting the same level of work in non-marital relationships. Leslie said, I must say, when COVID hit, my husband made sure he and I would take drives and take us out the house during the 2-week shutdown in Florida. My husband was in the military for over 10 years. You have to just make time, child. You got to make do with what you got, okay? Leslie said he was in Desert Storm right after high school. I remember Desert Storm. Cheryl said COVID on with the therapy of communicating thanks to the longs. Lots have worked things out. Girl, what you trying to say?
Who said that?
Cheryl.
I don't see
She
it.
said they went to therapy. Girl, I'm just glad it worked out for you. 1977, Pink Panther said, I made a post on Facebook about how to function in dysfunction. That's deep.
I like that. How to
Mhm.
function in dysfunction. Okay.
What she said, Sharina Tate said the reason he asked me that is because he couldn't get no play from certain women because he was no good. Oh, okay. Hold up, I just jumped past.
Miss Elliott.
Miss Elliott said that's settling just to say you have a husband. Forget that I'd rather be alone. No, just to be settling to say you got a man and you got a husband. No, I don't agree with that either. Sandy said, I don't understand when someone, the man or the woman, live together for years and say they want to get married but not ready yet. What's the real story or the real disconnect? Treya Adele said, I honestly hate when girls tell me about a man that they are with because they talk all this shit about him and then make me upset for them, but I see them together and she's smiling and grinning and shit. You feel that's
Hello.
Maybe it was for that
Well,
moment.
that's even
Now,
with people
they
put
now
shit
they
on
feel
social
good.
media. They be blasting them on social media, and then the next week, y'all all lovey dovey again.
yeah, a couple of days sometime, okay? A couple of
Exactly.
days.
Like what?
Well,
But
people
you
work
just
things
said.
out.
My sisters keep
Okay,
it.
but
I'm
then
just.
if that's the case, why are you going on social media to blast somebody then? If
I
you
think
know there's a potential for you to work it out, then why? Because at that point you don't put everything on blast, not everybody in your business. So you can't get
Because
mad when everybody has an opinion.
Yep.
they're venting to the wrong outlet.
Yes, there you
That's
go.
the issue.
The wrong outlet. Um Trey is that honestly, wait, I just read that, right? My sister's keeper said, I'm just gonna stop typing, my hands shaking too bad.
What's wrong
Trey,
with
Because no, she said MS is multiple sclerosis.
cirrhosis, yes. So she can't really get it all out.
Oh, okay.
Trey said, I just wish a hoe would. That part. Miss Elliott said, never tell a woman your business about your man. Never. That was the first advice my grandma and my aunts gave me when I got married. Just never tell your business like that, because that's what makes a chick curious. And in a man's case, that also makes a man curious too. Sandy Tucson says, my
Exactly.
uncle's mistress told his wife that she didn't like how she treated him. My aunt shot all her windows out in her house. Luckily, nobody got shot.
Damn.
Damn, y'all are a G, girl.
She a G. She a G.
She is a G, honey.
Capital G.
Okay, so like I said, me,
But like
I
for
don't.
instance,
What?
you know what?
I don't talk to nobody about me and James' relationship. I talk to God, and then if God just touch me and say stuff you wrong, okay, I can accept that. It used to be the point. Now James done taught me some shit over the
Huh?
years. Huh?
How does
What?
that work? God say you're wrong.
But
But
he
what if you were
tells me
wrong
I'm
and you don't
wrong.
hear that from God?
It's
Oh
the
no,
it's
I
the
be
wine speaking
You
to
need to
no,
you.
have
I be
self awareness.
I do have
You're
self-awareness.
wrong.
It's
But
the
if he
wine.
tells me I'm wrong, I'm not afraid to say I was wrong. I'm not afraid to say, I fucked up. My
Yeah,
bad.
this Ike got me a little buzzed.
Oh, he buzzed too. So anywho, but for the most part, I don't talk to nobody about my shit. I wing it. We figure it out as we
But
go.
just like with the social media though, that's like with Safari and Erica Mena.
I
They
know
got
that's
married. He
so
did all
sad.
of this stuff to woo her to get married, and
Yes,
then they get married. Now you on social media talking about some getting married was the worst decision I ever made. Like what kind of
dissing
bullshit
her,
is that?
dissing her.
What?
Yes, dissing her.
Wow.
Just going off.
And she pregnant
Now
right
you
now,
got a
right?
baby now. Your daughter's gonna
Yeah,
see this because it's gonna be around
yeah,
for life.
forever.
It's in the
Nah, you
clouds.
feeling some type of way because she pregnant again. But nigga, you laid up with her to make another baby, so but you weren't ready for the life, and that's the thing, and this is what I'm be talking about. He wasn't ready for the life he thought he was ready for, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wooed her to try to get her. He said he asked her to marry him because he was just so in love, but really mentally, he wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready.
He's still a kid on the inside. He still acts
Mm-hmm.
childish. She
His
tells
mama
him
even
she's
his
pregnant. This
mama
nigga,
even say that.
yeah. She
His
said,
mama.
I didn't raise you to be disrespectful like that. You on social media saying all these things about her and saying this the worst thing but you chose her.
Mm-hmm.
You pursued her, and now all of a sudden you in a situation where you feel uncomfortable. So now it's the worst decision you ever made. Or it was rough that first year having a child. That was rough. That's just too much for me. Like now I tell you I'm pregnant again, you just walk off. Don't even say nothing. Don't acknowledge. Don't no emotion. You just walk the fuck off and get on your bike and ride off. Like just childish.
That was very childish.
Clearly he
This
wasn't
dude
ready
is
to
full of
be in a
lies.
relationship. He just liked the idea of being married
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the idea of being married to somebody who in his mind was wanted by many men.
Mm-hmm.
So now I done married her. I got her. I did it. I took her off the market. But now, when the real life started to hit you,
The chase is over.
you don't
The
know what to
chase
do.
is over. Yep, the chase
Exactly.
is over.
So
Mm.
It's
I'm gonna
crazy.
need him. I'm gonna
And then
need him.
she around here looking stupid because she's staying with him.
Mm.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
staying because she wants to put in the work and she really loves him. But
Mm-hmm.
again, that's what I'm talking about with the social media. You put all this stuff out on social media, and then you got people looking crazy when they end up staying with you. It's just too much. That's why I'm putting
Okay.
shit out there. People be like, "Why your
So
shit say you single?" Because I am on social media. It ain't none of your damn fucking business.
Oh wow.
just
Oh wow.
because I am.
I'm gonna do
On
this like I did
social media.
everybody.
'Cause it ain't nobody's business what's going on. That's why
They
you
be
all up in my
nosy,
business?
Tamisha.
Clearly, I
They
don't
be
want you
nosy.
in
Yep,
it,
they just be nosy.
They
huh?
be nosy.
They be nosy. They just be nosy. Um. Okay. So, do y'all have any parting words for the people? 'Cause I ain't gonna even lie. I'm tired.
I got a buzz. I
Me too.
don't know if I'm gonna walk upstairs.
You gonna walk upstairs. I'm gonna come get you.
Hey, it's been real.
Oh shit! You heard what Sandy said? Sandy said, "Yeah, Nikki kicked him to the curb and ended up marrying a convicted rapist." But that's a whole nother story.
Nikki who? Minaj?
Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj, the
Damn.
dude she married and had a baby with.
Oh, I heard about that. I heard her brother was something like that too, right? A child molester.
Child, child. They say R. Kelly ain't never getting out, which I think is good. Sorry. But that's one man that need to be his ass behind bars. He did too much shit for too long. Okay. So y'all, I hope
Was
y'all
her
enjoy.
husband a actual convicted rapist though? Because and I'm the only reason I'm saying this, I'm playing devil's advocate. You have some men, mainly black men, who have been accused, but not necessarily have raped the person.
But
Like,
not
for
not
instance,
convicted.
we watch these shows where um athletes, they are in the room with a Caucasian girl and
Mm-hmm.
her parents walk in. Now,
Mm-hmm.
he raped me, but it was
Mm-hmm.
consensual.
Yes.
So now he has a record of saying he's
Yes.
convicted, and that's not really what he is. So now, but he
Mm.
has that stigma on him now for the rest of his life.
As a sex offender.
So
I don't
that's
know.
why I'm saying I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know the story. I don't
No.
know who she married. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But we saying that. But is did he really rape people, or was it just something that was said and he was convicted because he ain't have the proper type of legal team?
I don't know. You trying to say if he had a public defender?
That part.
Okay. Sandy said he was not just accused, and the girl was underage.
Mm.
Treya
Okay.
say, I agree, Beauty. I heard the story before, and I feel like it was very tricky. I feel like it was consensual. She was just younger, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me. Look, I'm gonna
And
just
that's what
tell
I'm saying.
y'all.
I don't know who
I
it is.
don't know
I
him
can't. Don't quote me either. I don't know who he
because
is.
I don't be in
I'm not even following. I don't follow Nikki like that. So,
no, and I ain't in nobody business of my own.
but also some parents, their kids be fast and ass, and they be done slept with these older men, and then oh, he raped them.
Mm-hmm.
He raped them. That's molestation. But no, your child, you ain't paying attention to your child, and your child's just fast in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's every situation, but it's those situations also that's out there. So we can't sit here and say, it's parents that say stuff like that because they mad that their child is having sex at a young age.
Yep, yep, yep,
Which
true.
who knows the reason why they are actually having children? I mean, it's a whole segment that can be said about that because who
I
knows why
totally
they're having sex at a young age? They've been exposed to something. Somebody must have really molested them back then, but now they feel like shit. I'm already tainted. I might as well just fuck off. So it's just a
yeah,
lot of stuff that can play
but
into that. So
I agree, but I'm gonna agree with Sandy on this because we don't know. Let's not even try to defend because we don't
Hmm.
know. I said because we don't
I'm
know.
not trying to defend it. I was
Oh
just trying
no,
to say, like, because she said that she stopped being with Safari, but now she married to a convicted rapist. Like, I would hope that, you know what I'm saying, somebody wouldn't just marry somebody. She would get the whole story before you married somebody that had that stigma on them. You get what I'm
correct,
saying?
correct, correct.
But to each his own.
True to that.
I'm
So,
not defending Sandy. I'm not defending.
no, we are not defending. Period. Excuse me. Hold up. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
Um, my computer. Y'all just disappeared in front of my face, like literally.
We see you.
Oh, I don't see y'all. Hold up 1 second. Hello?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it say no available windows. Hold on.
So was Aaliyah fast when R. Kelly got pregnant at 15? Even if she was fast, that was statutory rape.
It sure was. Let's call it what it is.
True.
Listen,
Call it what it is.
I'm bringing up stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. All I'm
Um,
saying is because I'm not defending the guy. Like I said, I don't even know who the guy is. I don't follow Nikki like that, so I don't know. I'm just saying the way you presented it was like, okay, she left him, but now she with this. And do we know that for a fact? Do we know the situation? Were we in the room? I, I'm not defending anything in regards to that. So I'm just saying before we continue to put a stigma out there about somebody, we need to know the actual facts before you perpetuate that stigma.
Correct.
That's all.
Okay. Sandy say gotcha beauty. Okay, so y'all, we getting ready to they laughing at your shirt, James.
my shirt is the
What does the shirt
bomb.
say?
It is. Girl, listen to this. Call of Duty.
Special price.
Jada got me this shirt for Christmas.
Lord. Okay, so with that being said, we really enjoyed y'all tonight. It is 12:29. I'm sorry Jones didn't get to be a part of our whole entire conversation. I think he would have been good for this too, but we did have a great conversation. With him missing. So hopefully when we have Women Who Wine with Men again, we'll be able to have the whole group that y'all used to having on here. James, thank you, husband, for participating and representing for the testosterone.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But I always need my masculine energy.
So I just really appreciate y'all honesty. I'm glad we got to talk about some of these male influences out here that's influencing our youth. And I know James was talking to me earlier about mentoring men at this, like, about this subject. And I kind of forgot what you said, honey. I'm sorry. I was listening to you, but I'm a little
Mentoring men. What
Okay.
we talked about it. And
in
I
relationship in relationships. You was like, it's a tricky thing to do because you just don't know what they about.
well, I mean, you still can mentor them. It doesn't matter if they're about it or not. I mean, everybody needs some kind of guidance here and there. So you just can't mentor them and not lead by example. That's the only thing.
Correct.
If you mentoring these guys, you got to show them that, hey, I'm actually doing this, and I'm just not talking about it. I'm doing this so I can show you that this works and has worked for me. And then you just talk about some of the trials and tribulations that you went through to get to that point. and some of the stuff that you still, and people like to hear that, some of the stuff that I'm still going through. It's not all peaches and cream for me right now. I'm still going through this issue right now. But I will tell you, this is how I've dealt with it up to this point. So,
And if it's worth fighting for.
right.
And if it's worth fighting. Demetrius, you looking like mama right now.
Tired, sleepy.
No, it's just how she was holding her mouth. That's all.
Mm.
So thank y'all for joining us tonight on Women Who Wine. We gladly appreciate it.
Thank you,
Demetrius,
guys.
get your business shout out right quick.
Don't forget tomorrow night at midnight, well, which is if you're Eastern time, it is Monday morning, to put in your Jazz Originals orders for your
Yes, honey.
birthday. And make sure you have your coins. If you ain't got the coins, don't
Keep it
waste your
moving.
time.
Yep, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't even try to hold up a
Only
slot.
50
Okay?
people, only the top 50 people who ready with cash coins in hand to be submitted will be accepted.
Facts.
And y'all, please support Jazz. She is about to make a big move.
Don't say
and
it.
She needs all the support.
Okay, I was just gonna say, don't say nothing else other than what you
She
just
needs
said.
all the support that is needed. So
Right.
go support your girl.
Yes.
Handle it. Okay. So as far as me, if you look for some treats, you can go on Facebook at Beauty's Delectable Desserts, and Instagram. Nothing's really on Instagram because ain't nobody got time to be putting up pictures and hashtagging. So really just go to Facebook on Beauty's Delectable Desserts. It's too many pictures. It's so many pictures and it's just be too much. So I will upload my newest delectables that I've done. I need to update. But go there, message me, and we'll figure something out. If you are local in the Jacksonville area and you would like your hair did, or you would like anything beauty related, then go to my Instagram at Demetrius Beauty. If you want to hear some me's, then you can go to my YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram at Demetrius Beauty. I still haven't resumed my twerk classes, but yeah, we're gonna get back on that once I figure something out with this whole COVID situation. And then y'all know what it is. Her spot, once I figure out my life, it should be sometime in September. We will be resuming or actually launching the actual podcast. So we will keep you guys posted. Make sure you go to her spot on Instagram and click like, subscribe, join so you can get the latest info on her spot products and active lingerie wear. And yeah, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate you guys.
Just so y'all know, your girl I just got my bottles of wine that I actually made over this past year, and they will be ready for purchase come October. Just letting y'all know that there will only be 24 bottles sold. So it's exclusive, and your girl, she loved double digits. And so my wine is 13% alcohol. And this is my first experience of making a wine. And my husband has convinced me to share it with y'all because I was wanting to keep it all to myself. So with that being said, I'm not selfish. It was my first batch. Okay?
I'm joking. I know what it is.
And I was you saw me in them videos. I was committed. And also just to let y'all know, I do have services that Eclecticnista provides where if you are looking for a personal shopper, someone to help you upgrade or level up your personal style and look, I am your girl. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram at I am Eclecticnista and also follow my Eclecticnista page. And I also have a Women Who Wine page so that when this wine gets ready to be sold, the first 24 bottles, that's it. It's gonna be exclusive like that. And I'm getting ready to do my next batch. So y'all tell me, would y'all like a rosé, a moscato, a sangria? What else?
Moscato. Ooh, a sangria.
I think a sangria will be the bomb, okay? A bomb.
Mike and I.
Um,
Yeah.
huh?
Mike and I.
Honey,
Ooh, maybe a good white sangria.
Oh, my bad.
you know what? A white sangria will be the bomb. Because I actually really like white sangria. It's hard to find
It's
a good
refreshing.
white. It's good. It's hard to find a good white sangria. So I just want y'all to, I want to say thank you all for always supporting. My Cash App is up on my screen. $sign Mr. 4 Mrs. 7 Long. Anything that you want to partake in contributing, it goes to Women Who Wine / Eclecticnista. I appreciate y'all showing up for us every single week. Next week, when you come on, be sure to bring a friend and share your girl. You know, we are over here talking about things that can help us grow as women. And I love our Black women. I love all women of whatever race. However, specifically talking about our Black women. And I just want to see all of us win. I want to see us all rise to the occasion. And I'm just glad I got a good Black man supporting me behind it. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you once again. And we will see y'all next week, same time, 9 p.m. Okay? So on that note, we love y'all. And child, I'm about to be a wino and be out.
All right. Take it easy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Demetrius.
Good night, brother.
All right now.